What's up, team? Good morning. Good morning. Man, it is raining pretty hard here in Texas today. It's cold and wet, and I just had to go outside. You can see I'm kind of wet now. Yeah, bad weather here. We have a tropical storm, and hopefully my internet stays working today. It should. I think it should. But again, guys, overall pretty dull day. Not that much action today. Not that much movement. Um, all right. But yeah, let's go ahead and look up some charts here. So first things first, I'm looking at is OSTK. Gapping up a little bit. I'm gonna watch OSTK. Mostly penny stocks are what's moving today, like ONTX, but even these don't have a ton of volume. NLNK, mostly penny stocks, SINT, but then we have a few movers like CDW, but it's gapping up with pretty low volume. We got YUMA, YUMA with low volume, AVEO, AVGR, we got RAD, Rite Aid. I remember Rite Aid there. Road, RIOD. But yeah, pretty slow, dull, boring day to be honest here. Not a lot of action again. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I was really hoping we had a little bit better volume today, but unfortunately, it's just too slow. I might watch SPWR. It had a pretty solid run up yesterday and maybe a little bit extended today for SBWR. That's what I'm one of the ones I'm looking at. STM. Shopify, SHOP is one I'll definitely watch. SQ, traded that one a bunch yesterday. I might watch SQ. Then gap downs, we have ZYNE. We've got FDX. We've got PTCT. I think the Fed meeting is today, correct? So if the Fed meeting's today, then that's probably why the market's so dull. So I might watch FedEx, see if we get a bounce there. What's up, Evan? Hey, in 24th place. Hey, brother, you got this, man. Good luck. Good luck. You got this. I saw you actually. I remember seeing your name on there, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of it because our team is like repping that top list pretty hard. We're like out of the top 10 places on the team, or out of the top 10 spots in the overall competition right now, the top 10 traders, 4 of them are on my team. So 4 of them are on my team, and we just got a lot of people on the top list. So our team's leading in overall points as well. And I know our team's probably larger than most all the other teams, but even still, we're doing good. But man, the weather here is rough, guys. It's rough. That's right, man. Yeah, we're doing well for sure. HCR. Oops. There we go. I can look at HCR. I'm going to go grab my headphones. I mean, yesterday was the first red day in 7 trading days, a week of trading days for HCR. So we'll see what happens after that first red day in a while for that one. You look at the overall market today, and I mean, it's not looking super favorable. Yesterday it was a chop fest, and I'm just glad I'm still alive, honestly, because very dull, slow day. Pre-market this morning's not looking much better. It honestly looks a lot like yesterday, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to be watching SPWR, OSTK, MU, AMD, and so maybe MIK. I traded that one a bunch. Maybe MIK too. And so my suggestion to everybody that's actually on the leaderboards is remember, guys, you don't have to go crazy. What I saw in the last competition a lot of the times is that people that were on the leaderboards ended up pushing a little bit too much, in giving back their gains. And if they would have just stayed and traded smaller and kind of taken their time, they would have maintained and stayed on the leaderboards and actually placed in the competition. And so my suggestion to everybody that's on the leaderboards currently is that you have a decent cushion now. You have a really solid cushion. Be proud of yourself for sure, but don't go too hard. Don't go too crazy. You don't need to anymore. More pressure's on the rest of us because we actually have to, make some money where you already have a really solid gain. And so remember, I think the boards are going to completely switch today. I think that we still have a ton of time and room left, and so just be careful, guys. Let me fix this camera here, see if I can get a little bit better angle. It might be a little bit better. All right. Yeah, man, Ammon killing it on the leaderboard. Yeah, we had a few people that did really well. What do you mean it doesn't work? What is it doing? All right. Yeah, so right now, unfortunately, guys, I'm seeing a pretty slow day as well. We can look at the SPY. I know it's storming where I'm at right now, so I know the weather's pretty rough where I am. And again, I mean, I think that the tropical storm that's out there right now is going to affect the market. Look at Roku here. Sorry, guys. All right, so yeah, Roku, big gap down. Yeah, don't stress it, brother. You're doing a great job, man. And there's still a lot of time left, Emin, so don't stress it, brother. Vuzi, I believe this could be a $20 stock. Your thoughts? They're selling augmented reality glasses. Partnership with Samsung and a huge deal with DHL. DHL, the shipping company? Let me look. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not much of a fundamental trader. I'm not really looking at... to be honest, I don't trust many stocks under $5. And, yeah, I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. This thing could succeed, but I mean... One partnership, it might be great, but it might be insignificant as well. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm not a fundamental investor, so to speak. Oh, sorry guys, I was muted. All right, we got ACAD here. I might watch ACAD. I know this one moved a lot yesterday too. Yeah, I trade ETFs sometimes. It just depends. If the SPY is volatile today, I'll trade the TVIX. But if we get another choppy market like we did yesterday, I might try to short the TVIX when the SPY is pushing up and vice versa. So I could do that today. We'll see. Like I said, we still have 5 days left of the competition. And one thing I realized in the last one was that it's never really too early or too late, guys. There's still a lot of time. And so we'll still have a lot of time to catch back up and possibly win. And so if you're not on the leaderboards like me, don't stress it. There's still a lot of time left. Remember, the goal is to protect your account. Very few people are actually going to win this competition. Very few people are actually going to win. The goal of this competition is to actually practice and learn, right? Because it's a good middle ground. It gives you a little bit of pressure to where you can, you have some pressure on you during trading, but not the full extent of a live account pressure. And so it's a good middle ground for new traders to understand how to trade, so to speak, under a little bit of pressure. And it's a fun testing competition for us as well. So remember, guys, the whole point's to have fun. Don't beat yourself up too much, regardless of what happens in this thing. Now we got sound. Y'all can hear me, right? What's up, Michael? I trade options typically, so it's easier for me to trade the regular stocks. Yeah, for sure. And it's one of those things, like different niches or niches in trading will help you with others. Like I think being a long trader for so long helped me transition to a short bias trader because I understood when longs were going to fail and vice versa. And so that makes sense to me too. All right, team. Let's do this. Yeah. Y'all are leaving now? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. I gotta go help my wife get the kids in the truck because there's a pretty big storm right now, guys. There's a lot of storm, and I gotta help my wife get my kids in the truck. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go. I had to go help my wife get my kids in the truck. I'm gonna go grab my headphones really quick. I'll be back in like 10 seconds. All right, guys. Man, I gotta find my phone. But yeah, dull day today. Let me know what you guys see. I'm not seeing anything I really love. And so kind of a dull day. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my phone real quick. But yeah, kind of a slow, dull day, guys. But yeah, let's do this. We should be able to win. I'm rooting for us to win here. And so that's what I'm going for. All right, team. So yeah, so I'm watching AMD, Snap, CHWY. I have traded Chewy a decent amount before. And when the market's like this, guys, I might actually transition to start trading some of the higher cap stocks that on average have better volume, like Netflix. What was the other one? Tesla. I've traded these a decent amount. I might watch those just because I think the volume should at least be solid with those. But yeah, Snap. I'm gonna watch Snap. ACAD. A little bit of movement here, but overall, I mean, it's just a dull day, guys. Slow day, boring day. We'll look up some news in a second. Some overextended stocks that I might watch. Let me look at the daily chart for this one. Yeah, I might watch SPWR to pull back some today. It may keep ripping. Honestly, I have no idea whether this thing's going to keep ripping or pull back. I'm not one of those traders that really tries to predict what happens. I'm more so just try to react to what actually does happen. And so with that said, SPWR does look a little extended, not only on the intraday chart from yesterday, but on the daily chart as well. And so I may look to short SPWR if it sets up for anything. But yeah, dull, boring day, guys, unfortunately. OSTK, let's look at the daily chart on that one. Big pullback in the last few days for OSTK. We'll see what happens with it. Kind of in the medium range of the daily chart. TEVA, TEVA. I might keep an eye on. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's just another dull day, guys. Unfortunately, just not that much action. FDX, which is FedEx. I might watch FedEx for a bounce. Roku actually has a pretty significant gap down as well. But yeah, AMD, MU, Tesla maybe, Netflix, ACAD, and specifically CHWY. If we can maintain out of this chop, that looks good. But yeah, overall market is down a little bit today. It had this really nice surge yesterday before the close. A lot of this is going to be because of the Fed meetings today, and so the volume should pick up a little bit once the Fed meeting is over. Oh no, Haley. Haley, unfortunately, I think that means you're out of the competition. I'm not sure yet. I know you're not supposed to hold a stock overnight, and if you do, I think you're out. And so sorry to hear that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that was one of the rules. Let me check the rules. Let me sign into mine real quick. But yeah, like I said, I must have lost about $500 yesterday. Let's see how close I was. Yeah, about 560, which is fine. Minuscule. Yeah, let me see if I can find the rules for you for this for the World Series. Let me find it. I know Eric posted it a while back. There it is. All right, so yeah, these are the rules for the World Series of day trading. I'm gonna copy and paste them here. So yeah, these are the rules. sorry, let me get this. So basically, holding a trading position by the end of the day will eliminate you from the competition, unfortunately. So holding a daily max loss of 3,500 at any point during the trading day. Remember that the 3,500 follows you up. So you have to trade at least 4 out of the 6 days. So yeah. I'm not sure, Haley. I don't know how eliminations go. Usually I think they lock you out of the account, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I mean, the truth is that, like Kevin says, they say 95% of traders lose money, meaning about 300 traders will be in the money out of 6,000. Yeah, I mean, small time swings are insignificant, though. It's just a very small sample size. You know what I mean? And the rules are a little bit different. And so it's not, I'll put it this way, it's not going to perfectly emulate like a real live account, because there's different rules that you have to follow with this competition that you wouldn't necessarily have to follow with the live account. Right, like this, it's kind of like you got to make as much money as possible, as fast as possible in this competition. And with a live account, you can be a little bit more patient with it. And so I don't think it's going to accurately reflect whether a trader is profitable or not. The first reason is because the sample size is too small, and again, the second reason is because the rules are a little bit different, and the goals are a little bit different, to make as much money as fast as possible. And that's going to typically affect people's trading negatively to a certain extent. And now it's still a fun competition, and it's definitely great practice, but it's not going to be an accurate reflection of what traders would be profitable or wouldn't be, because it's kind of like, let me think of a good example of that, or a good comparison. It's kind of like if you have it's kind of like if you have a woodworker, right? A woodworker, somebody that builds stuff with wood, right? And you tell him he has to do 10 different projects within in 1 hour, right? If you looked at the projects after the hour, you might say, man, he's not a great woodworker, or any other skill. Man, he's not a great woodworker. When he might be the greatest woodworker ever, he just had to do 10 projects in an hour, which he usually doesn't have that restriction. And so, like I said, it's not necessarily gonna be an accurate reflection of whether a trader is profitable or not, because there's pressure on you to do it quickly, and that is typically going to negatively affect your trading, so to speak, if that makes sense. Nice, Young. Let me check Eric here. Or let me check Scott. I went over the max loss in the last competition. You get immediately closed out, then an email follows up that you can't trade once you are over the max loss. Yeah, I think I did too. I mean, I kept my account alive in the last one for a solid amount of time, but SPI? SPI is a penny stock, right? Yeah, look at SPI. This one actually looks solid. I don't know why it's not on my list, but SPI looks good. Gapping up from 220s all the way to 367, so a solid gap up there. And we'll see what we get with that one. That one looks interesting. But yeah, if you want to use the same scanners that I'm using, I'm going to post this link for Trade Ideas. Super cool company, really dynamic scanners. One of the things I like about them is that if you have your different strategies, you can generally build your own scans around the different strategies that you have. And if you know me, you know I have a VWAP fade scanner that alerts me every time a stock crosses over and under the VWAP. And so if you want to use the same scanners I'm using, go check out Trade Ideas. There's the promo code there. If you use promo code BT15 at checkout, you get 15% off Trade Ideas. So super customizable dynamic scanners. Go check them out. There's the link in the chat. Looks like Nightbot is right on time with me. So how's everybody doing? How did everybody do yesterday? I'm still in it. Like I said, I'm down like $500, which is insignificant. Gonna keep pushing, gonna keep trying. And yeah, honestly, the market, it's been a very tough market. If you caught the video I put out yesterday, you could see just how rough the SPY was overall. Like if I pull the 5-minute chart up, you can see the SPY was just over and under the VWAP. Maintained a slight upward trend most of the day, but very choppy sideways action for the most part. You could just see over and under the VWAP, a lot of wicks, indecision, and so hopefully we get something a little bit better today, but who knows? You know what I mean? Market's not looking that hot right now. Appreciate the sub, Jose. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. So yesterday, my wife made me a cup of coffee, right? My wife made me a cup of coffee. And after the stream, it's like I couldn't calm down. I was like pacing back and forth, and I'm sitting there like, why? Like, man, why was this coffee so strong yesterday? And I go check the coffee pot. My wife must have put like actual like 2 or 3 cups of coffee grinds in the coffee maker. And I was like, that's why, man. She put so much. I don't know if she's ever made a cup of coffee before because it was so much coffee, man. I was like wired for the rest of the day after drinking that coffee yesterday. Nice, Emin. Hey, Carlos, green is good, brother. Hey, don't worry, Shally. What's up, Steven? Hey, you're still in it, Steven. You're still in it, brother. Nice, Kevin. But yeah, if you're out of the competition, don't stress it. You know, it's good practice. And again, you know, there's a time limit, and there is you're supposed to make as much money as fast as possible. So it's kind of like telling me to create a website in 60 minutes, right? In an hour. It's like you create this entire website in an hour, right? Anybody that looks at that website, they might say, "Man, John sucks at making websites." But that's not an accurate depiction of actually how well I can create a website because I have a time frame and I have to do it in that time frame. And so that's kind of what the competition is. Basically what I'm saying is like if you get eliminated or if you lose money in this competition, it's not an accurate reflection of how of whether you can actually be profitable in real life. And so don't take it too seriously. It is what it is. The market's been tough, but just remember the whole point is to have fun. A very small percentages are actually going to win. And so have fun. Just try to, wait for good setups. Be selective. That's what I need to do today. You only have to actually trade 4 out of the 6 trading days. So you actually don't have to trade every day. And so that's something you got to realize as well. No, it wasn't my coffee's fault that I lost yesterday. I do want to say that. It's not my coffee's fault. It was my fault I lost yesterday. But I was saying, I was like wired after the stream. And so I looked, my wife put so much coffee in that coffee pot, man. In 1 cup, too. Stuff had me wired yesterday. WLL. Gotta watch LXRX. I might keep an eye on that one, too. Alright, team, let's look up some news, huh? We finally got Scott in the competition, man. NLNK? Yeah, I was looking at NLNK. Unfortunately, I don't think it's tradable for us. But it's gapping up a little bit. Really, the big gapper, somebody else mentioned, is SPI. SPI looks solid. Really nice gap up from 220s to 366. I'll go ahead and start looking up some news, I guess. Try to look up some news here. But yeah. Day 2, guys. Day 2. Let's win. Alright. So with SPI, I I guess we'll look up NLNK here because I'm just going to go through one of these top lists, and this is from BZ Newswires. NLNK is up after the company announced it received FDA acceptance for its partnered biologics license application and granted priority review for their V920. And so FDA acceptance for NLNK. We'll see what happens with it. Very low volume gap up overall. Kind of a choppy gap up for this one. We got DTEA reporting second quarter results. NSPR is up. SINT is up. I don't see a catalyst for SINT. For SPI here, this one's up after the company announced the launch of its newly established hemp and CBD business. The company also announced it has formed a partnership with the Navajo Nation for SPI. And so interesting move here. An announcement that they established a hemp and CBD business in a partnership with the Navajo Nation tribe. So interesting there. We'll see what happens with SPI. We got ZYNE, which is down some. ZYNE is down. They're reporting top-line data from the Believe One open label phase 2 study of their biodrug and the developmental and epileptic, let's see if I can pronounce this, encephalopathies. Encephalopathies. I think that's right. Man, I always love reading these biodrug releases. I always love reading the biodrug press releases. All right, CDW is the other one. CDW, guys. CDW is up after S&P, Dow Jones Indices announced the company will replace Total System Services in the S&P 500 effective Monday, September 23rd. And so they're going to replace another company that's Total System Services in the S&P 500 for CDW. So pretty solid news for that one. I appreciate the sub, Gabriel. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome. Welcome to the team, man. Yeah, so YUMA. I'm just hoping my internet stays working today because we got a big storm. It's raining pretty hard over here. So this one's up after announcing the company has reached a forbearance agreement with a lender, and the agreement extends until October 26th for YUMA. Another one I want to look up that's gapping down here is Roku. Roku with a really big gap down for Roku. Big gap down, and this one is down. Let me see why. All right, so this is gapping down this morning, not yesterday. In after hours, this is actually this morning in pre-market where the gap down started. All right, so this one is maintained at a buy rating, and they raised the target to 170 as the firm notes, quote, as the company expands its international offering and numerous new streaming video services launch with global growth ambitions, we will see underappreciated opportunity for the company. If anybody knows why Roku's down like this, that's not good enough for me, I don't think. If anybody knows why Roku is just tanking like this, let me know. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the new sub, brother. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be watching SPWR. SPWR here. Looks a little extended on the daily chart. It could very easily push, though. This is where it's at now on the daily chart. It's up to right around 15. It's got some resistance at 15 and then obviously at these other highs. So we'll see if it starts to turn around or if it starts to rip. Either way is okay for me. And then we can look at some overall market news, like I said, this morning. And I see it says, quote, U.S. stock futures drifted lower pre-bell Wednesday ahead of a rate decision by the U.S. Fed Reserve later in the session. Dow futures are down 0.1%, S&P futures are down 0.2%, and NASDAQ futures were down 0.2% as well. Oil prices nudged lower with global benchmark Brent crude and U.S. Standard West Texas Intermediate futures both down 0.9%, end quote. And this is from MT Newswires. And so we'll see what happens. A very slow day again today, guys, unfortunately. But yeah, so SPY's down slightly today. So we'll see what we get. Encephalopathy. Yeah. For some reason, I can't pronounce that. Oh man, that's rough, Harold. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Ah. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, I deal with it in my family as well. My wife has the BRCA2 gene. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the BRCA2 gene, but my wife's actually had a bilateral double mastectomy when she was 22, 23. And so, or she was 23 at the time. But yeah, so we got to battle with that. But she still might get ovarian, it's still possible for her to get ovarian cancer as well. And so, yeah, man, cancer's a nasty thing, man, for sure. All right. So yeah, we'll see what we get. In penny stock land, SPI looks solid. You can see this one, SPI pushed up. It's up to 390 now, pushing up close to the highs around $4, and then this big high up here at 408. So we'll watch that. But yeah, guys, slow, boring, dull day today. Not a ton of action here. We got ENPH popping up on my scanners. Maybe that one will give us something. I knew OSTK was coming down to 17. Yeah, man, OSTK looks alright. There it goes. I might look for a bounce. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, she never actually had cancer, so she never actually had cancer. Her likelihood of having cancer, though, in her 20s and 30s was like 90%. It's a rough thing because it runs in the family, so it's a genetic. It's a gene, the BRCA2 gene, so it runs in the family, right? And so we got to watch my daughter and my son for that as well now. But yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's actually a really crazy, unfortunate story how everything happened. Like, my wife had the double mastectomy, and they put expanders in, because after the mastectomy, they put expanders in to like expand the tissue there after the mastectomy. And when she had the expanders in, they slowly increased the expanders over time. When she had those in, we found out she was pregnant with my son, right? So she actually had to go through the entire pregnancy with my son with these expanders in and then get them removed after she had them. So it was a really long story of just bad timing, I guess. All right, so yeah, so let me see. I think we got Mitch here. We got Mitch here. Sorry, let me get Mitch set up. We got Mitch here. How do I get the VWAP on TAFs? I'm not sure, to be honest. I never used TAFs for the VWAP. Let me see if I can figure it out. I'm assuming it's probably, let's see. Side click, go to study line, go to VWAP, translate it over, click OK. There's the VWAP. So you saw that? So you side click, go to study line, go all the way down to the bottom where VWAP is. You click that, and then you click this arrow over, which brings it over to this one, if you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can. Actually, here, this will be better. So side click, study lines, you go down to VWAP, and you translate it over, see? And then you want to make sure it's here, and then you just click OK, and you'll see it right there. That's how you do it. I believe somebody said 10:30. I'll have to look. I don't think it's at 2 p.m. I think it's earlier than that. It's got to be earlier than that, right? The Fed meeting should be a little bit earlier. I think. Is it really, man? Here, Mitch is here. Hold on, let me. There you go. What's up, Mitch?
What's up? What's up? Give me a
Uh,
second. I gotta mute my phone.
actually, means there are no candles or other data shown on my charts. Uh, Yeah, man. Hopefully we get something. We just need something. 2 p.m. I mean, if it's at 2 p.m. market time, maybe I'll trade Power Hour today. But man, that's tough, man. It's right. Oh wait, you're muted. Hold on, my bad. Whenever your phone freaked out, I muted you. All
It's
right,
okay.
here, go ahead. My bad.
Um, so we're gonna be looking to see what happens in the market today. I'm gonna be expecting quick moves at the beginning. I'm gonna try to master a nice nail and bail kind of strategy today. And then if we get a stagnant lunchtime, just kind of get away from the computer, not try to do like I did yesterday and trade in lunchtime and just give away my profits for no reason. Um, and I'm going to be waiting for the volume to be moving. If the volume isn't moving, I'm going to get out of here. I think that's what we did wrong yesterday. Got to the point where we really weren't seeing much, but we wanted to trade because we have all this money and this competition that we're trying to get to. So let's see if we get that. Let's see if we get that volatility to come back in the market, and then we could take bigger and bigger trades. Because with volatility means directional moves, and then we can kind of capture that direction. But right now we have no direction. A lot of stocks are kind of just doing range patterns. So even if I do take a trade today, it's probably going to be more of a scout mentality, knowing that we're not getting those continuation moves. All right, time to catch up with the chat. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? All right, let's see the chat here. See who's in the house. If you haven't already done so, definitely say hi in the chat, man. Always love to hear about new traders joining us. All right, we got E-Rock Trader, Jazz in the house, Netron, Michael, Jazz, Rel, Demont, Harold, The Young Investor, Hackley. We got Adam in the house, Kevin, Haley, Kraken Wise, 18, Shally, Emron. We got Scott, of course. I hate my cute dog. What's going on there? And we got Swing Trader, Sophia, Caden Talks, Habitual. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? There you go, Haley. Uh, just don't forget, Haley. Once you sell that position is when you'll be hit with kind of the commissions for it. Shouldn't be the biggest. I mean, if you got 1,500, I'm sure you'll probably be up. But what's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, Forex trader, don't stress it, man. You lost money yesterday. I lost money too. At the end of the day, what matters is you gave it a shot, you control your losses, and you get back in the hot seat. We're trying to make money here in this competition, so don't stress too much of a kind of a step back. Just focus on nailing the strategy the way you want to execute. As long as you're executing your strategy, I think in the long run, you're going to hit a nice run in this competition and you can start making some great gains. Just focus on the strategy itself and that execution. Oh, sorry about that, Haley. I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, but eh, yeah, you won't see commissions or anything go into the account until you close the position. So
Yeah, the commissions. Yeah, the commissions usually
Carlos,
present themselves the next day, actually. So like commissions will go through. You won't see what your commissions are going to be until the next morning, typically. At least from my
yeah,
experience.
no, that's 100% right. It it goes overnight and then into your account.
Hey, green is good, Carlos. Yeah, brother.
Exactly. What that gives you, Carlos, is that confidence. Let's go ahead and take some swings today. Hey, don't stress it, Caden. We all lose money, and sometimes we're all going to be greedy. It doesn't mean that you're unlike everybody else. It means that you're like everybody else. So learn how to create a system to get around that greediness, to where you can listen to that system and get your profits.
Honestly, guys, we should be super happy with our team, man. Our team is killing the competition, guys. Just absolutely.
Killing it,
Like, look at our
killing it.
team. Like, this is the top 50 results. We actually have out of the top 10 results, we have 4 from the beginner trading team. So out of the top 10, we have the second, fifth, seventh, and ninth place spot in the competition. So our team is completely killing the competition. If you look at
Yeah.
the team standing, we're easily number one right now. So we're winning the competition so far. So I know it's not really about that. I'm just, good luck to the other teams. I know the other teams have a lot of really solid leaders in their teams as well. But yeah, we're winning this thing so far. So let's keep pushing. Let's do it.
No, I'm savage. Let's win this thing. I want them to see all nothing but beginner trading.
Abby, you like that video yesterday? Y'all like that video? Y'all like that intro? You see the video, Mitch?
Yeah, I saw the bailout at the end.
Yeah, man. I didn't even plan that. That was like complete accident too. Like
My man said, bail,
right.
bail.
I was like, I'm out of there. I've fallen on those hoverboards before. It's not fun, bro.
Oh,
It's
not
not
fun.
fun, man.
Not fun at all.
That hurts. They hurt, man.
Yeah, I've seen people eat it in the street here because they use them on the street.
Yeah, man.
Hit like a pothole. No, not fun.
Nah, man. My daughter got that thing 3 years ago for her birthday. She never rides it. I play with that thing more than she does.
Hey, well, that's cool.
Yeah. What kind of sizes are you guys gonna trade with? I'm probably gonna go with 1 to 2. Or I'll probably go with like 2 to 3,000 shares today. Realistically, I'll probably go with like 2 to 3,000 shares. But again, it all depends on what we get. Right? With this competition, you still have time. Even if you're down on day 3, you still have time to win and come back and definitely place because. It's all about just using good risk management and waiting for good setups. There's going to be some killer setups that you get into, and you just got to wait for them to present themselves. They might not be every day, and so if there's no good setups today, we always have tomorrow, and so that's my plan for today. I'll probably shoot for like 2 to 3,000 shares, but again, it's all dependent on what the range of the stock is. Like I said yesterday. A $5 stock can have a larger range than a $500 stock, and vice versa. And so it all depends on the range, and you want to analyze that. And the way I do that, let's go ahead and do a quick run through on how I specifically do that. If we look at AMD yesterday, we can calculate the high and the low, right? We got the low here. We'll just say 30.75 to make it easy. We got the high here. We're just going to say 31.35 to make that easy. All right, so we got from 75 up to 35, and so that's 25 plus 35. What is that? 60 cents. So the range yesterday in AMD was only 60 cents, unfortunately. And so we got a 60 cent range on AMD, not a huge range. And so, for instance, if I could probably take this one if my risk is 10 or 15 cents, I could probably take a decent share size because my risk isn't huge. But if we look at something like Apple, a good example. If we look at Apple, the range of Apple yesterday was. Actually, the range of Apple wasn't that big. That's not a good example. What was a big range stock? Tesla.
Roku.
Yeah. Roku. The range of Roku yesterday was from 152. We're just going to say 152.50 down to 146.50. So that is 6 cent range. So Roku, or a $6 range. So one of them had a 60 cent range and one of them had a $6 range. And if I use the same share size with both Roku and AMD, my loss on Roku is going to be huge relative to what my loss would be on AMD. And so analyze the range first, Oh no, Haley. I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. Yeah. We lost a lot of people in the challenge, unfortunately, yesterday. All right, team. But let's win this. Don't stress it, Haley. Listen, it was all for fun. Don't stress it.
All right, guys. So today you guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna be trying to push it. One of the things that I want to do is I want to use 2,000 shares on every position now. Now, of course, like John just spoke about, if I get into too high pricing, I'm going to be paying attention more to the risk amount and then adjusting the share size for that. I want to only risk about $200 to $250 on each trade. And I want to get returns about $500 on each trade. So really the key here is going to be, I'm looking for fades. Fades is my bread and butter, guys. If I would have took fades yesterday, we would have been in the green. So just keep looking for the pattern that works. That's the pattern that works for me. Time in, time out. That's the pattern I'm going to be using today.
Yep.
Looking for the fade and looking for stocks to break down big key supports. And that's when we get the best fades, when we get that key support to break down with volume. And so that's what I'll be looking for today. Yesterday it was the oil stocks. Who knows what it'll be today? I'm watching all different types of stocks today. I think housing stocks are going to do good. They usually do good when interest rates are cut. We'll look at some housing stocks. Just name one out there. TOL. That's the Toll Brothers. One of the best in the construction. You guys can keep an eye on that one. But really what I'm trying to do is add back. Adding back is very important because I can take the first profit. I can take a good chunk, get a good cushion in the account, and then take the big swing. That's really what I noticed. I kind of thought about it overnight, really tried to think how would be the best way to approach it. And I think it's not jumping in one stock with 10,000 shares. It's working my way in there, getting 2,000 shares, maybe getting into the first low of the day, and then when it comes back to VWAP, then I can slam on it with another maybe 4,000 shares after I already have gotten a nice $200 cushion or something like that.
Right. Now that makes sense. I like it. All right, guys. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Let's do this.
So the key here is increase risk when the trade is working. That's what I want to do. So if the trade is working for me, I started with 2,000 shares. If it's working for me, you guys are going to see me start swinging. But if it's not working, this is giving me an ability to stop out with the 2,000 shares versus the 10,000 and then just lose the account.
Yep. Makes sense.
All right, Ebro's asking a question. Do I use market or limit orders? Okay, so with tests, one of the things that I try to do is I like to teach traders to plan ahead of time and plan their trade, have the complete trade in their mind already, their decision made on where their entry should be. And if you have this much time, then I think limit orders are going to be the best for you because you're going to usually get filled exactly where you wanted to place that limit order. Now, of course, if you're more in the speed game and you're making your decision as the stock is moving and as the stock is kind of getting away from the entry point, sometimes you might have to take that market order to get in the stock. So it's really about your planning method. If you can give yourself time in your planning method, then I recommend the limit order always. Now, if you don't have that time and it's a little bit more of a quicker analysis, that's when I go ahead and I jump in with the market orders.
Yeah, I mean the big thing you want to realize is that limit orders, they're really good for if they're really good if you already have that plan figured out, which you probably should. It's all subjective. Mitch tends to prefer limit orders. I tend to prefer market orders and get that immediate fill, but sometimes get a little bit worse fills. Because I use market orders a little bit more than Mitch does, I'm kind of restricted to looking at a little bit tighter spread stocks, and so everybody has their own preferences.
That's a good key tip there, guys.
Right.
So
Look for tighter
John's
spread
taking the
stocks.
market, but only because it's a tight spread.
Right.
And if it's not a tight spread, you guys will hear John mention it. I don't like the spread too much. Reason why? It's because when you use markets, you're usually going to put yourself on the downside of the trade immediately, especially if the spread is huge.
Right.
So you need to understand the risk. I mean, if the spread is 25 cents, 30 cents higher, and you're trying to get in a trade and risk 20 cents, it just doesn't make sense. There's no logic to that.
Right. Exactly.
So just try to be logical. You can take market orders. There's nothing wrong with it because Tess has excellent execution. The speed is really quick. But with that, market orders are what they are. They're market orders. They give you the price that's at the market.
Right. Yeah, and the way basically market and limit orders are different is that market orders are supposed to fill you at the best possible price, right? But there's no limit to that. There's no ceiling to that, right? Where limit orders have to fill you at that specific limit price you set or better. And so that's the difference. And so you're a little bit more protected with a limit order. But yeah, so I'm watching AMD here. Gonna keep an eye on it. Hopefully it breaks out of this range. CDW looks okay. Let me see. Let me get this ready. So we got 5 minutes left, actually, guys. Let me get this up. All right, let's get ready to trade.
Not really a specific question, but Jazz asks, what type of money are you risking with 2,000 shares? And I just kind of wanted an average. On average, let's say we trade a $25 stock. $25 stock, 2,000 shares. We're talking about $50,000 in buying power, and we're only using a fifth of the buying power.
Yeah, I mean,
Fourth of the buying power, a little bit over a fourth.
if it's 500,000.
No, 50,000.
Oh, yeah, something small like that.
Yeah, a little bit over a fourth. So using about 30% of the account, and then trying to make money with that 30%.
All right, we got Rode spiking up here. I don't think this one's tradable for us, though, unfortunately. But yeah, Roku, AMD. We got MU. Look at MU spike up here. So we are getting a surge. Maybe the market's spiking up. Let me look at the market right now.
One of the things I did hear about, I heard Square got an upgrade. So watch that. So be careful with Square today, guys. There's a couple stocks that got downgrades, a couple stocks that got upgrades.
MU specifically just ripped. Big rip on MU. So MU just ripped up.
Yep, 20-cent rip right there. Overall market seems like we're going to be in the 300s today. Let's see what happens here.
All right, team. How do you log onto the platform? All right, Eagles, let's do this, brother. Let's do this, man. What's up, Mark? We got this, guys.
All right, guys.
3 minutes. 3 minutes until the open, team. 3 minutes.
No hesitation today, guys. Going to be ready for the open, ready to kill it.
Yep. Let's do this. Thoughts on oil? CL looks like it will be dropping because of the oil supply is back online. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that Saudi Arabia basically said that they should have everything back running in 2 weeks, and I think the market spiked up yesterday at the end of the day because of it. Man, unfortunately, I thought the Fed meeting was a little bit earlier, and so we might get some dull movement until then. That's right. Good luck, everybody. So we got, let's see, we got 2 minutes, a little bit less than 2 minutes. Let's win this thing, fellas. And we got Scott in here. You guys are the real wolf on Wall Street. We put everything out there for free. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, man. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult.
I know. I always take it as a compliment. I am a wolf. What's up?
Yeah, whatever.
I'd rather be a lion, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Jordan Belfort, I don't know, man. Good
lion,
movie, but
lion, wolf. I don't know.
Him and Grant Cardone got into it. Into it last week. All right, guys, hold on, wait. Market's about to
wolf usually, attacks in a pack.
Yep.
Not too bad. I like to be like a lion. Can attack with a pack. Can attack by myself.
Yeah. All right, we got Chewy here. Chewy is moving some, so I might watch Chewy as well. MU pulled back all the way back down to 51. Bell's in 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Good luck.
All right, guys, let's do this. Good luck, guys.
All right, there's the bell. All right, so the market is... All right, we got Roku breaking pre-market lows. Roku breaking pre-market lows down to 142.40s. MU completely reversed for MU. MU's all the way back down to 580.
OSTK tanking there, down through the 17s.
Yep, OSTK is.
Be careful with the OSTK, guys. I will mention that sometimes the spread completely gets out of whack on that one. So be careful with that one. I have found myself in a kind of world of trouble in OSTK, but we got about 9,000 shares to go through in OSTK at 1685.
All right, team.
SPY coming down towards the low.
Ooh, big drop on the SPY, guys, down to 320s. So big drop in the overall market. There it goes, back down to 320s. So we'll see what we get, but pretty significant drop there. Man, look at the market tank. Roku rebounding here. Rebounding. AMD rebounding here too. MU gets up to 92. I might short it.
Not seeing much movement.
I mean, I'm seeing some. We got OSTK. We got SPY is ripping down. We got OSTK ripping down. Roku's bouncing up, really solid. AMD's bouncing up. Snap's ripping up here. We got Chewy breaking pre-market lows. So I'm actually seeing a solid amount of movement.
I guess bigger stocks. At least my stocks are a little stationary.
Let's see.
I mean, for the open, I usually see like a good rush. Not seeing that rush.
Market's just tanking, man. Market's just tanking. Look at AMRN's ripping down too. Snap just spiking up. Just a big rip down. OSTK bouncing back here. Gonna wait for a fake out fade with that Roku just rejected. SPY bouncing a little bit. Big rip on OSTK, so a big squeeze up there. MU faded. I just never quite got the entry, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing the market's honestly kind of volatile right now. I'm seeing some movement for sure. AMRN.
Yeah, it's starting to kick up. It was like the first candle.
Yeah, Chewy, ripping down there. Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy looks good.
Yeah, if it could pull back there, I might take it. All right, there goes OSTK. Rip down. All right, here goes Chewy. I like the resistance above it now, so if we can get up to 69, I could short into it with the risk of 29.10 or so. Maybe 500 shares or so, because the range is big. Just gonna get up there though. Yeah, OSTK, fake out.
EMPH with a VWAP bounce. Watching MIK go back there to VWAP. That one looks kind of interesting. Just got to be careful with that $9 whole dollar behind it.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chewy. OSTK with the fake out fade looked good. SQ for a fake out fade if it can drop a little bit here.
Looking for HD to come back to VWAP. It was just there, but got to a little bit late. Need the one little bounce here to 50.
We're gonna need that bounce. Yesterday we had a little bit of a movement at the open, but we never quite got the bounce back to the VBOP. Man, I was about to short 1,500 shares of AMRN, and it just dropped a little bit too early. Not a huge range though. SQ maybe for the washout long breakout coming up on SQ. SPY ripping down here. That hurts for AMRN. But yeah, AMD cracking down, break lows. Still super early, 7 minutes into the day. But from what I'm seeing right now, we definitely have better movement than yesterday for sure. Chewy. Chewy. There we go. All right, I just jumped in with 200. What? Chewy's not tradable? Oh. Oh man, I was about to nail that one.
I'm trying to get an HD, but the spread's not helping me. It's not filling me. I had the order out there for 55, just no fill so far.
Chewy used to be tradable, unfortunate. I'm gonna look at MU here. Maybe with MU. SPY bouncing back some. Maybe it's a good thing. I mean, Quick little scalp on AMD. I just took 300 shares. See if we get a drop back down to the lows here.
All right, guys. MIK doing a red to green move, looking for a VWAP bounce play in that. It has to come back down to 890s, 895s here. Just broke 9. That's what I was concerned about when it came back. Now I need a pullback so I can get back in here. All right. See if we get that pullback.
Yeah, I'm just trading AMD small here, see if we get a run out. I'm just holding this one in case it can break lows, and I can hold it a little bit longer on the day. Specifically, though, watching MU more than anything. If MU can get back to 70, I can risk off of 85 or 84 for a really tight, small risk and a solid reward target. So that's what I'm looking at right now.
Trying to get a pullback here in MIK. Looking like it's not pulling back. It's ripping through the 910s. We'll try to wait for it to come back to VWAP. Not going to chase it.
If AMRN can get up to 05, I might take it. Yeah, there's the Chewy fade, unfortunately. All right, if MU can get up to 50, 60, I'll start scaling into, there's the drop down to 45. Don't look like I'm going to get it. Overstock maybe, but all right, there's all right, looking at MU and AMRN to see if they can pull back to the VWAP. I'll probably take both of those if we can get that.
All right, guys, in a quick trade here on HD.
Look at Chewy. There it goes. Super correct about that.
80's my risk here.
Here, let me throw Mitch up.
Risking 20 cents. Came in with smaller share size here because it's HD.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't like that squeeze too much, but looking for it to fade right back down here. Just got to hold to those 80s. I got a good entry at least. So if it breaks through here, I can look for the add as I take profit down to the 230s.
There's the drop for AMD, which is good. Maybe gonna add some risk on this one if it bounces up. That's what I'm looking at. Like I said, I'm just holding this one in case it really starts to tank with the market. That's what I'm looking at. MU never got it, unfortunately. At least I got AMD, I guess, but
MIK still hasn't really touched the VWAP, so that's why I didn't take that one right now. It looked interesting. Not really liking too much HD right now. The separation and the spread is getting worse.
yeah.
Needed to test the low here. Breakthrough.
Roku for a fade if it gets up there. Still looking at MU for a fade too, if we can get it actually up there or not. AMD's ripping down. You gotta go ahead and take half off here of AMD. Just sit on the rest. Just get a little bit of cushion in the account. Gonna go ahead and get out. So small little trade there. Got my feet wet with AMD. We'll wait for a bounce back. Still looking at MU, AMRN. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every single day. Day trading live on stream every single weekday. And so if you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications so you can watch us live every single day. Because even when we're not in the competition, we're still day trading live. Maybe get a AMRN here. I like AMRN with a really tight risk. So I could probably take with like 2,000 shares of AMRN if we get up there.
All right, now if we crest through 50, I'm going to hit the ad, guys. Still on this risk spot, but I know if we break the 50s right now, we'll get back down to the low. So just trying to hang in tight.
Definitely a better day than yesterday. We're actually getting some stuff pick a direction, which is good. That's what we need. Got my feet wet with the little feeler trade. Probably should have taken larger size for that VWAP projection on AMD, but hey.
EMPH breaking down there. Not too bad. Oil stocks, CVX, not looking too bad. AMD, now that one. Come back to VWAP.
I know, honestly, I took that first fade down there.
Yep.
It was actually a rejection. And so it was a rejection
That's
there.
Exactly what it was.
Right. And so I took that one, but smaller sizing. Just got my feet wet with it. I noticed I kind of got to ease into the day with these competitions.
Yep. It's a feeler trade.
Right. I didn't really love it, and it worked out well. So I'm happy with it, but market's actually fading, so we should get some good moves today. I'm kind of looking at OSTK here. And on these bounces on OSTK, I might start to kind of short into some of these bounces with the small size. If it can hold up there, it doesn't hold up there. I was about to short right into that bounce too, unfortunately. But hey, at least my trade idea was correct. Look, that's why I short into these bounces, is because look, a quick bounce up usually gives you a quick drop back down. So market's tanking here though, guys. See if I can find something else. We got to find some other stocks to short, because when the market does this, I want to be in on it. Netflix, if it can bounce up to 91, I could short into. Let's see what the cannabis stocks are doing today. Hey, that's right, SSE. Hey, hit the subscribe button, click the bell if you want to turn on notifications and see us every time we go live. Click the like button. You appreciate this?
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful with market orders. I just got a horrible fill. Horrible. I added to the stock at the 50s, and it filled me down to the 40s.
What stock are you trading?
HD. Yeah, not the fill I wanted at all.
Well, there's about a 10-cent spread there.
Yeah, but I hit it way when the bid was 20 cents higher.
Yeah. It happens.
That was a horrible fill. It just happens. Now I just gotta try to protect my position. I should be at 55, 58s, and now I'm at 50. Makes a big difference in this one.
Yeah, I'm waiting for some of these. Trying to be patient.
Me too.
Maybe MU if we can get up there. I was kind of looking at Netflix too. Roku if we can get up there. Hey, appreciate the sub, Ninja. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscribe, brother.
Nah, trying to stay in the stock here. And a little bit of a not the best position because now I'm stuck in the middle.
There goes Chewy. Still waiting for AMRN. I haven't traded AMRN in a few days. That's still one I'm kind of watching. Hey, appreciate the sub, Adam. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. I'm just waiting for some bounces. We got some nice drops. Just waiting for some bounces here. See if we get one in MU or AMRN, maybe.
Here you go, getting a little flush here in HD. Let's see if we can get a big flush here. There you go. All right, guys,
Yeah,
taking 600 off here.
Yeah, let me throw you up. There you go.
Paid myself a little bit there, guys. Definitely need to pay myself in this trade here.
Yeah, it's definitely a slow day in small cap land for sure. Yeah, I can't trade most pennies. I appreciate it, Caden. What's up, Adrian? Sorry, catching up on the chat while I'm waiting for some of these bounces to happen. There you go. Looks good for you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Rofi. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, bro. It's 92s. If we get 95, 96, I'll take AMRN, but we got to get up there. AMD 2. AMD can get up another 5 or 6 cents. I'll start to scale into it. Maybe not quite. Maybe another 10 cents. All right.
All right, guys. MIK looking really great for a VWAP bounce play. I'm probably going to get into that one in a second. Just trying to see it right here. I wasn't watching, and I see it now perfectly at VWAP.
All right, I jumped in
here. I'll get in.
I jumped in AMRN with 1,000 shares. I'll add another 1,000 if it gets up to 97 or so. I'm also looking at AMD here as well. So I'm also looking at AMD here. All right, so I'm going to add another 500 at 94. There's 97. All right, so I'm going to add another 500 there. So I'm in with 2,000 shares here on AMRN. Going to look for the flush back down. And, yeah, we'll see what we get. Also looking at AMD.
Looking for 94s for MIK.
AMD looks good. I might take a few of AMD. I'm going to try to get both of these up here so I can trade both of these at the same time if need be, because both of these actually look solid. Maybe jump in a few shares of AMD for now. Try to scale back into it if it moves up.
All right, guys, just took the rest of Home Depot off. Was stuck in the middle and can't let it go to the resistance, so instead just have to take the trade off. Not a bad feeler trade for the first one, $162. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Good work, brother. Nice job, bro.
All right, guys. Definitely liking MIK here. Just trying to get the best entry. Want it to come down here, hold, and then I'll get it to try to come back around.
All right, I only jumped in with a few of AMD, unfortunately. Because I was focused on AMRN. My risk in AMRN is right around 02, maybe 04. And so a big reward target down to 1680. So we'll see with AMRN, but still got a lot of room for that one. So I'm not gonna basically say it's done yet. We still have lots of time with that one. AMD's dropping down some, so maybe I should have scaled in that one. We'll see.
All right, looking for volume to get in MIK here. I only saw 1,800 shares collect there, but it's looking good. Still not in it there. Okay, let it try these 90s first, and then we'll get in it.
Uh, Stop spamming the chat. So yeah, I put you in timeout, man. You're just posting too much, bro. Like way too much, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 posts in like 30 seconds, bro. You gotta calm down a little bit, man. Oh, that's tough. Forex. How'd you get 2, man? How'd you get 2? AMD's dropping really nicely here, actually. So AMD's solid, but AMRN, we'll see. Hey, appreciate the sub. PF, thanks for the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate it. And 96. I do like this level because I can use kind of the whole dollar as my risk now for AMRN. And AMD keeps dropping.
All right, guys. Got to get a starter here in MIK. Starter here in MIK. Looking to add here. I saw in 892, 6,000 shares go through. That's where I'm going to look to add some more shares. And I'm going to hold to 85 right now.
AMD, that second fade was lovely. Maybe we'll get the drop in AMRN that I want. What's the other one? I'm in AMD. Yeah, maybe we'll get the drop. AMD bouncing up a little bit.
All right, guys. Taking a big swing here, guys. Big swing.
Which one?
MIK. VWAP bounce play.
How many shares?
4,000.
Oof. I would put you up, but I'm kind of stressing out in mine right now. I'm in with 2,000 of AMRN, so.
No stress. I'll keep trading mine. All right, guys. So what I've seen is 1, 2, 3 times trying to break down here. I wanted to hold 890s. Maybe it touches 889, but I wanted to hold there, then swing back to the VWAP at 895. If it does that with volume, breaks out to 9, I'll be trying to hit the add again at $9.
I'm looking at MU. MU is getting up there, and the SPY is up there too, so that should help you, I would think.
I don't think really MIK has been moving by itself. Let's see what happens here. What I like is at least no matter what, whatever happens in this trade, yeah, I know the pressure is on me now, 4,000 shares, but I took the trade where it's supposed to be. I'm holding the risk where it's supposed to be, and that's all you can do as a trader.
Right. All right, I took half of my position off on AMRN. I'm going to throw Mitch up now since he's in a big position.
What I'd like to see is this guy get in again. This 6,000 shares here that showed up on my time and sales, my big order capture. I want that share size to come right back in here. And then want to see another increase of volume as it goes to 895.
Definitely a little bit more favorable of a market today. All
right, guys, we got a quadruple bottom here at 90s. If it touches 89, that's fine. We don't really want it slamming to 85 here. Got to pay attention and look for the bounce to the VWAP.
right, I took another 500 off at 85. And so currently I've banked 123. Gonna hold these last little 500 shares on AMR and let those work. Kind of wanted that last move on AMD, on MU, but missed the fade on MU.
All right, guys. MIK getting pushed down there to the support. Got to pay attention here.
There goes Chewy, man. Chewy did exactly what I wanted it to, too. Unfortunately, it's just not tradable. I'm going to get out the rest here. So about $160 up on the day. Small, very small though. That's, like I said, that's an insignificant amount too. I gotta build up some cushion, take some larger swings, and I might rescale into AMD here if it gets up to 65. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe add back on AMRN too. Here, let me throw Mitch up so you can see all of Mitch's. There we go. You weren't banned.
All right, looking around for other trades here. HD coming back with a vengeance. There's a good pop for MIK here, guys. Need to see squeeze through the 895s. Want to see big volume fill right there. That'll show confirmation. It should rush towards 9. I'll look to add some more at like 895 on a bounce, and then boom, look for the breakout through 910 here.
AMRN's getting back up there. I might add my sizing right back to that one too. Maybe take a little bit larger swing now that I have a cushion, like 3,000 shares.
There you go. We got another 3,000 shares to go through there. 89s, 91s, and 93s.
Hey, appreciate the sub. Kalichi, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, bro. What did FedEx do? I missed that one. Ooh, FedEx faded nicely too, man. Ugh. That one kind of hurts, unfortunately. AMD, I'm going to add some size to this one now. Alright, I'm going to pull it up on this one too. But yeah, with AMD, I'm in with 700 shares now. Added a little bit on this bounce. Well, add a little bit more too if I can. Make another 700. Yeah. Alright, I just added another 700 to AMD. I'm in with 1,400 shares. Hey, appreciate the sub, Tyrone. Welcome to the team, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, if you're just now joining us, we're in a competition right now, so it's a day trading competition. So we're going to be trading a little bit crazier, a little bit different than we normally do. And so just be wary of that. You know, I wouldn't try to necessarily emulate our trades here. AMRN's back up there. Maybe add a little bit to AMRN here. And I could just risk off of 98 or so. So a super tight risk. Right, so I'm in AMRN too. Managing two different trades. With AMRN, I'm in with 1,000 shares, and with AMD, I am in with 1,400. AMRN's an extremely tight risk trade, though, so I'm going to get out of AMRN if it breaks 90 98 or 99 or so. I still like this move in AMD, and like I said, I can add a little bit more here at these highs. All right, added another 600 for AMD, and with 2,000 shares of that one. Like I said, I got to take some swings today. I mean, I'm not even close. I got to get up to that bigger sizing here because the sizing I took this morning was insignificant sizing. Appreciate all the subs. Can't really check it right now since I'm in both of these, but appreciate all the subs today, guys. Welcome to the team. About to get out of AMRN. Give it a second here, but about to get out most likely. All right, well, at least AMRN dropped down some. AMRN's down to 97s and 96s. AMD, I mean, it's still a little early to tell. My risk level here has got to be, up here at like 70, And so I still got some room for AMRN and AMD. Here we go. Well, AMRN looks good. Let's see if we get those tanks down. I don't think my entry with AMRN was great or anything. Gonna look to get down to the $0.50 for AMD. If we can get down to like 30.50, I'll be happy with it. I think AMD's probably following the SPY. Yeah. Watching the SPY here. If the SPY starts to rip up, it should be rough for me. Maybe OSTK too. I mean, OSTK is getting up there. What I don't want to be caught in is a little ascending triangle here for AMD. I can kind of see it on the 1 minute.
All right, guys. This
might be rough for me.
Starting to approach the $9. Let's see if we get that $9 breakout, guys.
Like I said,
everything
my risk
in me wants me to take that $100, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm looking for the big gain here.
SPY ripping up, and AMD's kind of following it. This is my day so far, so kind of a so-so day. Just now kind of started to scale up its size. We'll see if AMD gets rejected here. That's what we want to see. I do see a ascending trend line here for AMD, but kind of looking at overstock too, OSTK.
Here you go, getting a little push here to 9. There's the 9 showing up. Let's see the volume come in. There you go, 901s.
Yeah, SPY's breaking over the VWAP a little bit. It should. Oh wait, you're an MIK. Yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah. Probably doesn't get affected by it as much. So what's up, team? How's everybody doing?
Not even gonna lie, it's kind of hard to hold right now, even for my patientness.
Yeah, you just gotta like. Even I was happy I made $150 today, but it's like in the grand scheme of the competition, it's nothing, and we have to remember that. Like we gotta remember, it's all about what we can actually. It's all about making as much as we can, and so
Yep, just holding to my risk and reward, guys. I need to at least see this breakout through the 9s and get to the 905. Then I can take a little bit of profit. That's fine there.
Right.
Seeing the volume, support the trade. So I'm going to stay in the trade and keep trying to trade this.
Yeah, market's kind of pulling up so that I mean, I think even if MIK doesn't follow the market, I think the market might influence it some at least. We'll see. And so maybe I'm just trying to be positive for your trade, but I think you'd be all right. I think it looks good.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's what I always try to do, at least. Give myself a chance. I feel like I'm in a great position. Good. This is our trade. This is the VWAP bounce. Holding right there. I think it double or quadrupled at 890. So that's really our risk now. 890. We don't want it to go below that, but we want this volume to come back in it and rip it through 9. That will give us that clear breakout.
Right.
XOM at VWAP.
Exxon.
Yep. That one doesn't look like the worst. At least it has a good measurement of risk above it.
Yep.
AMD still looking enticing. You get in that kind of pattern where it hangs out at VWAP and gives you the 3 tries here. I think I've seen 2. I would wait for one more try. Don't know if you're still in that one, John.
On which one? My bad.
AMD.
Oh yeah, I'm in AMD. Well, I'm short. Yeah, I'm in that one.
Yeah, I could see that, 100%. What I like is that it's getting tighter near that VWAP, so
right.
It helps you at least measure your risk.
Down. Right.
Yeah, measure your risk, and then if it doesn't go to it, it usually gets you that flush because of the slowdown.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. See if we get that. It's an ascending triangle right now, but it could break. Those can break down on the downside too. It's so. I could use that previous high up there as my risk. I think my risk is like 69.70, and I'm still like one thing I think I did a little bit too early. One thing I think I didn't do right yesterday is I think that because I was using bigger sizing, I wasn't actually holding the trades to my levels. I was getting in and out and not actually holding them. To my risk levels specifically. I was getting out early. And so one thing I really want to focus on with these is just holding it to my risk levels, holding it to my proper risk levels. And that way I can actually just follow my plans. And like, that's all I really want to do.
Yeah, because if we don't do it we have to do it on both sides, the reward and the risk.
Right.
We can't rush towards 100 profit when you're risking $400.
Right.
Doesn't make sense. Because I could take it right now, guys. And yeah. Take $100. It's not logical. Over time, this would actually hurt me by rushing towards the profit.
Right.
All right, guys. Here comes the $9 again, guys. Let's hope we see some volume add here. We did get an add at 898, 5,600 shares. That's what I'm feeling confident about. So we at least getting more support right underneath the stock. The volume is right underneath it, giving it that support to really push up towards the 9. Now we need someone to buy it up at $9 so that we can get that breakout.
OSTK is right there too. Sheesh, that one looks good. Let me see. I like it because I could use that 70 something level as my risk, and it doesn't look bad at all. But I'm already in 2 trades, so I don't want to force anymore, but
All right, guys, we got kind of the same kind of pattern when it goes above VWAP, tries 2, 3 times. Now we need to see it hold support, 895s, and then we should get that push towards 9.
All right, there's the flush on AMD. It's down to 58s. We'll see if we can maintain down there. Ideally, I'd like to see it down to like 50 or so for that first profit. Doesn't look bad. Maybe add some risk on the bounce up there and then just risk off of that 68 level. Looks good, I think. There's 57s. $56. Gonna take half off here. Bank a little bit of profits, make it so that it's not going to be a losing trade. Still holding AMRN, which is looking better as time goes on. Again, if we get a bounce up to 63, the reason I wanted to take profits there is because if we get a bounce up to 63, I'm going to add my sizing right back there on AMD. I'm going to add it immediately back there. And so that's what I'm doing right now.
All right, guys, looking for the volume to come in here and break out through 9. Turned away. Gave me a nice bullish candle before this, so I'm gonna hold to that support there. Let's give it a chance. If not, we go ahead and we get out and we look to get back into this trade. One thing that is okay to do with this account is to pay commissions. Another thing that's not okay is to take bigger hits than your risk.
AMRN, we got a triple top right around 60.99.
Okay, here comes that move to 899s. Let's see if some volumes can step in here. There you go. We got a little bit.
How do I get my screen to look like your screen? Mitch's or me? Like, this is Mitch's screen right here. My screen is, I'm using Thinkorswim for charts, so like these are my charts right here. But everybody's different. It's just preference.
It's just setup. You can anybody can do this. What I like to do is I have my watch list, I have my time in sales, and it's what we call my trading window. I have a trading window, and I have a total of 4 screens. So I have bigger stocks to my left. I have about 12 stocks on my right. And then above me, I have another, what I call a trading screen 2. And that's the screen that I need once I get in a trade so that I can take profits and also have this set to if I need to get out, I get out.
Right. Yeah, Mitch
So
has
that's
got the
2
cool
order
setup.
forms. I worked at it. It's for year 4. I should have a cool setup by then.
Right. I'm in year 3.
Yeah, that's the really key. The real key is that I didn't rush towards my setup.
Right.
I took it slow. One monitor per year. And everyone, I think, can save up for that.
I don't even have room for any more monitors.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'm
Like,
at the
you've seen
point
me-
I want to put a TV like huge above me so that I could have like, CNBC playing and just kind of hang out.
Yeah, I wanted the fade on OSTK there. I wanted the fade on OSTK. I just missed it. And I just missed it because I'm in these now, unfortunately.
Just waiting around, seeing if I'm gonna get this breakout, guys.
All right, I'm
At least
gonna
giving
short.
myself the shot.
I just added my sizing right back to AMD, so I'm in with the full 2,000 shares now again. Um, this is what we call a fake out fade setup, and now I can risk off of this 68 level for AMD now. Um, any gains
Right.
and losses I have today are insignificant. I need a little bit larger gains, so you see me taking some more swings with it.
There you go, guys. That's the share size. So you guys, if you, I don't know if you guys are seeing my screen here,
Here, hold on, let me.
but this is what's important, guys. This is what I've been waiting for the whole time.
Yeah, they can see
This
it.
is called the level 2 and time and sales. So we were waiting for what? I kept saying, can we get some volume at 9? Because that's really the only thing that can push us past that level. So we finally got 3,200 shares to go through there. That should at least give us the lift that we need to get through 9. Now we're
Yeah.
definitely holding towards the support. Why? Because we have this move right here. So it's okay if it pulls back right here to 95s. If it holds 94s and fills there, we got to step out. We can come back in at 9. But we got the volume needed for the breakout. So it can break out here. If it breaks down, you get out, you come back in it.
Yeah, I'm in with 3,000 shares of AMD. I added my sizing right back on this bounce. Now that I've built up a little bit of cushion, I don't mind taking some swings necessarily here. Improve my average a little bit, and if it doesn't work out, I mean, it doesn't work out. I got a pretty tight wrist now.
Yep.
All right, so
Getting
this
some
is
pressure,
actually,
guys.
yeah, this is actually where I got to be careful. Like I said, I'm risking off of 69. Ooh, got that squeeze up. I'm out. Had to get out of it. Squeeze me up, unfortunately. Just got the fake out fade squeeze up. I probably should have taken OSTK, but like I said, I'm down 136 bucks on the day, so it's just a small day. I got to take some swings, and so these little $100, $200, $300 gains aren't going to cut it. If I got faked out, that's going to
There's
suck.
93s. If 93s fill, I'll get out. I'm not gonna put myself in big risk here for no reason. The stock was supposed to break out after that buy of 3,200 shares, so you got to go ahead and get out of that position.
Yeah, I got faked out of AMD, unfortunately.
Happens. Don't stress it, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm alright.
Plenty of more trades to do today.
Yeah, it's like 136 bucks is insignificant, like I said yesterday. It's just I got to get up to like a reasonable share size, right? I think a reasonable share size is like 4,000 or 5,000 shares really in this competition. I've traded small yesterday. I actually don't mind the market today. The market's not that bad. I've actually probably had more green trades than I have red. Unfortunately, I just, here, I'm going to add a little bit more to AMRN now. Now that we got that drop.
Now that we're starting to get that pressure on 93s, we really got to pay attention to the time and sales.
SQ maybe for a VWAP bounce there, maybe for SQ.
All right, they're really dumping the 93s right now, so got to be careful here, guys.
Hey, appreciate the sub. Welcome to the team, L Party. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Need a quick bounce back here to the 96.
Hey, learn how to find critical levels. Hey, man. Like giving out recommendations is fine, but telling people whether they should or shouldn't buy, I just be careful with that, man. Like we're not trying to give out hot stock picks. You know what I mean? Like we're not those people.
EMPH back there, VWAP.
I'm kind of getting squeezed up on AMRN here.
EMPH looks interesting to me. Just need to wait a second so I can measure my risk off at 2,520. Still
FedEx.
in this trade here.
Look at FedEx.
Being
for
as
that
patient as can be. FedEx, yeah, definitely got hit on a downgrade.
fade. Yeah, man. Nice little
Downgraded
fade.
stuff. I was listening to a trader talk about that FedEx, and he just kind of gave me the classic long-term investment and why it never works. This is
Yeah.
what happens to usually day traders. Day traders usually stink at investing.
Yeah. I'm super pessimistic about the overall like most companies, right? I think long term unless it's like cannabis or like something else, like I'm pretty negative about most long term investments here.
It just happens. I think it's a normal thing of being a day trader.
Right.
So he said that he had FedEx and he bought it in December. So when it was really, really weak, guys, and he got up all the way over 50% gains. And then he was just like, well, it's in the retirement account. Just let it keep going, Uh, you never know what's going to happen. And it came back down all the way to his price point. And then bounced 20 points, like 20 points higher than where he was,
Look
and
at
then came back all the way back down again.
look at OSTK, dude. Oh man, that one hurts to miss. That one hurts bad
Yeah.
to miss, man.
My thing with that one is the spread has gotten me way too many times. It's kind of like Snap and Roku for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just on the no trade list for me. I only want to trade that one when the spread is extremely tight and it has a catalyst. That
Right.
one goes up and down $3 or $4, and in the $19 range, $16 range, $3 or $4 is a big move.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Roku for the fade here. Speaking of
All
Roku,
right, finally got to squeeze back to 9 here, guys.
looking at Roku with the risk of,
Talk about being patient.
yeah, I'm gonna take Roku with the 100 shares here.
All right, guys, finally look like we're gonna break 901 here. Can we break 901? There you go, 2,000 share ad at $9. There you go, 901, 902s, guys. Looking for the momentum to keep coming into stock here. All right, selling some there as the momentum came back. I didn't even get any out. Nice.
Well, I had it for a split second. I was up about 100 and something bucks on Roku, but now it's acting a little volatile. We'll see. I don't mind it. I think I gotta use that 74 level as my risk now.
All right, guys, took $133 off here. Gonna let the rest of the trade work on break even. All
Roku
right,
might squeeze.
see what you got for me. Okay, watching EMPH here, guys. I know I'm doing really great in MIK, but I mean that's not enough for the competition. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking at trades here.
Right. Yeah. I've kind of reserved myself to saying, okay, look, like I'm gonna have to trade a little bit crazy today, or not crazy, but a little bit more active for sure, and that's okay. It's just about finding the setups. I'm just trying to take any solid setup I see. I'm trying to take and take some bigger swings here.
All right, guys, I want to see MIK get some nice volume here. There you go, 4,000 shares added there. Okay, so now that it approaches 905, I want it to approach 905, maybe do a little small pullback, and I'm going to add into my sizing, try to take a big, big boy shot in this.
All right, I just took half off of my Roku trade.
There you go, guys, 905's there, sitting up unrealized over $200. Let's see what we get here. Patience can be a virtue.
Yeah.
All right, guys, liking EMPH, focusing on that one right now.
All right, made $218 on Roku right there. Still in AMRN, but not looking good as time goes on for AMRN, unfortunately, which is okay. Still roughly break even on the day. All right, I'm out. And so I'm down $75 on the day. Solid. Gonna look to short into Roku if it bounces up here. But yeah, AMRN started to break that 17 whole dollar level.
I don't know if you want to take a look at this one, but EMPH looking interesting, especially if it can get right back above VWAP.
Oh yeah, with the 28 risk or so.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I want it to pop in the 15s, like 18s, and then I can risk right above that.
Yeah, I might jump in with 1,000 and just see what we get with it.
It's not too bad because it's a 4-to-1 move.
Right.
Those are the ones we look for, guys.
All right. Bad fill, but it's a 3 or 4 cent spread, so it is what it is.
There you go, MIK guys, getting to the high of the day there. 906, 907s, guys, sitting up almost $300 here, guys.
Gonna look to short into Roku if it can bounce up to 40 with the risk of 85.
All right, guys, here's when we put on the big money boy trade. You guys ready for this? Let's have some fun here, guys. Gonna put on 5,000 shares to add at $9. We'll put it at $8.99 just in case we get a little pullback below 9 on this squeeze here. Order out there, guys. Add 5,000 shares at 9. Let's see what happens.
Hey, good luck, brother. You got this, man. You got this. Yep. Yeah, ENPH is too spready, though.
Try to take the shot. There's a spot for ENPH. This is kind of the area I was looking for, 15s.
It's just a little too spready after getting into it. Like it's 4 set spread. I mean, it has a big reward though, so that compensates for it actually. So like that's fine. I think I just got hit with the spread, but I think I'm just not used to taking this big of size, so the spread influences me a little bit more. Never got that ad.
Another thing is what I realized, like kind of earlier too, is that since we're taking such big sizing, the market orders are going to be worse.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just normal.
Yeah, definitely. Normal.
That's what I kind of thought about, and I realized, well, that's probably what happened there. It's not that I didn't hit it at the 50.
Oh, 100%.
There wasn't that many shares there.
Right.
And if there's not that many shares there on the level 2, it's going to fill you at the next spot. The next spot was where I got filled.
Yeah.
There you go. 17s, 18s, pushing out to 22s. I want to see it hold right here, close the candle, and then I can take the trade. MIK up there to 910s, guys. 910s. Breaking out to 911 here, guys.
If it gets over 28s, I'm out. For ENPH, there's 28s.
All right, guys. Expecting a little pullback here and MIK here, guys. I'm going to let it try to break out through 910 right here. And if it doesn't, I'm going to sell 1,000 shares. Still looking to add my 5,000 shares back at 9. But just willing to get myself up here about, let's say, $400. And then that's a good cushion. That's the cushion that I kind of need to really have the confidence to be like, let's go for it.
Right.
EMPH pushing up there.
Hey, appreciate the sub. Yeah, man, my stop is around 28 for ENPH. It's getting right around there. Yeah, I'm out. Squeezed up too much.
It's okay. Had the right risk to reward.
I'm still going to look at Roku. That one looks okay. I might take that one too. I think in the grand scheme of things, like, I have to start taking some swings here because nickel and diming it with $500 is not going to really do anything for us. I think in the end, we got to start taking, like, realistically, like 5,000 shares plus is what I think realistically we have to do. It's all dependent on the range, but I think if we're going to have any shot of winning, we got to start taking some bigger sizing.
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I had some good fades. Like AMD faded a little bit this morning, or rejected, I should say. AMRN did as well. But yeah, for the most part, I agree though. Fades bounces not working out super well, and the reason they're not working out well is because the market is essentially sideways again. The market's been in a range in between 360 and 299.90 all day, really between 300 and then 360. So the SPA's been in about a 60 cent range most of the day. And so with that, it's just not super favorable for fades because it's not actually picking a trend. The best time to actually trade these fades were this morning. This morning was when we should have like really pushed. And my first 2 or 3 trades were profitable this morning. But as the time went on and the SPY started to just kind of squeeze up and down again like yesterday, the market's just less favorable, unfortunately.
Looking for a bounce in the 20s here.
Yeah, and it's also, the Fed meeting is probably what's doing it. Yeah, for sure, Bruce. 100%. I might look to trade in Power Hour, see if we can get some good action with the Fed meeting, but never really done it before, so we'll see. But yeah, you'll see me in this account today. I'm kind of back and forth. It's like green, red, and that's just because choppiness.
All right, guys, taking a shot here on EMPH also. Risk is 33.
Hey, Scott. Hey, nice, Daniel. Hey, happy to hear, brother. Happy to hear, man. Hey, nice work, bro. Hey, happy to have you here, brother. Go team, man. Go team, bro. Honestly, like I said, I'm actually happy about the competition because the market wasn't treating me right the last 3 days. And so this break from my live account is actually much better. You know what I mean?
Oof. Super squeeze on EMPH.
Yeah, I just don't like EMPH, man. I mean, of course I don't like it. I got squeezed out of it. But, it's spready, squeeze-ish. Just not my favorite.
Got to hold for a second here. See if we can get back below 20s.
MU is probably the best fade I've seen today.
Definitely got to hold to the risk here, guys. Anything above 34s, we get out.
The spread on Roku for me is, what is that? About 14 cents, 13 cents.
All right, guys. MIK looking good here, guys. It just got rebought up at 907s.
Hey, what's up, Walter? Appreciate the subs, man. Thanks, brother. I might look at FedEx too. I'm just glad my power's still working because it's storming around here. So as long as my power can still work. The overall market though is starting to creep towards the previous highs though. Like if you look at the market, it's up to 358, or 350s, and the high of the day is 360. So we're pretty close to the high of the day in the overall market actually here. And so if the market starts to rip, we might get some good opportunities. Netflix does kind of look like a fade. It's just about where I could set my risk for Netflix, and I guess I could set it at like 65, so a pretty tight risk here. So I can take a swing with Netflix. Jump in with 500 shares here, see if we get a flush down to the whole dollar of 294.
Yeah, not really liking this EMPH, guys. Just stuck in it right now. Holding to my risk. That's all I can do. MIK still working for me.
There goes Roku. Roku looked good too. Maybe I should have held a little bit with Roku.
Their share size going through there, guys.
I
Gotta
gotta be
really be
careful with
careful here.
Netflix.
Needs to hold this top at 31.
I'm out. Netflix squeezed up on me. But even still, like $500 loss is small. I still just have to. I have to take some actual swings. And
Just
maybe
keep
we'll get
looking.
that. Maybe I'll
Yeah, just
plan
keep
it.
looking for that first winner, and then you can size in. I think that's the best.
Right.
At least it's worked out for me because even if I get in some more in MIK, I mean, that's how I got this gain and got in this position.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to wait for some A plus setups. Like I'm seeing a lot of rejections, and rejections just aren't as favorable. If Roku could get back up to like 140, and I can risk off of that previous high up there on Roku at like 140.75, maybe I'll risk off of that. But aside from that, I mean, I'm seeing some rejections that I'm taking some little small time swings with, but none of them are actually working out super well. So
Gotta really be careful here, guys, with the MPH. It's starting to squeeze here. Can't let it get to 34s and close.
all right,
These
bro.
34s, 33s.
And remember, guys, if this is your first time joining us, regardless of how you're doing in the competition, if you want to trade with the same platform and
Out,
broker, don't stress
out
it.
of there. Big loss there, guys. Unnecessary.
Um, but yeah, if you want to trade with the same platform and broker that Mitch and I are using, I'll post that link here. The intro package on TradeNet, you can get a pretty solid discount with the intro package on TradeNet. Well, if you go through my link, you can get it for $350, and that comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. So you get 14K in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want on there, and you can actually short stocks. And I think it's incredibly beneficial for new traders because most of the time new traders can't short. They have to have a margin account, which usually you have to have over $2,000 in your account. And for $350, you can trade with no PDT rule. You can short stocks, and it also comes with a demo account to trade with for a few weeks to get started, access to their chat room, and a trading course. And so that entire bundle makes tons of sense. I think most of the time new traders lose their first account, regardless of what platform or broker that they choose. And so instead of losing thousands by having to deposit thousands into a conventional broker, you can get your feet wet, really learn the market, get access to the trading course, get access to their chat room and demo account, and actually learn the trade. It works like a prop firm. There's a 70-30 split. You keep 70% of your profits, they keep 30%, and there is a $700 max loss, but you're only paying $350 for the package, and so you're getting twice as much, and so the risk reward just makes a lot of sense. And again, I think it's a really good way for new traders to get started for cheap. You could also take pretty small size with really cheap commissions. Commissions is like if I take 200, 300 shares or less, my commission is like $5. And so I think that makes sense. Right, exactly, Arlette. I think that makes sense. And so yeah, if y'all want to check that out, there's the link in the chat. Great way to help support our channel as well. And again, I just think it's super beneficial for new traders. And so there's the link if y'all want to check that out. How you doing today, Arlette? How's your trading going? As you can see, mine's not going that hot, but I'm okay. Minor small time swings. A lot of room left still.
There you go, Claudia. Claudia with a big boy win. Or big girl win, should I say.
Is it in the Discord?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what happens when you take swings. Not
Right.
afraid.
Yeah, I gotta get my fear. It's funny. It's like the fear transitions over to this too. Skeeter, don't stress it, Skeeter. If you can hear me, brother, don't stress it, man.
All right, guys, want to see MIK squeeze out here through the 11s. If it comes back down through the 909, I'm going to take 1,000 shares off and look to add 5,000 shares at $9.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking to take some swings coming pretty soon here. Just depends, but it's about that time, I think.
Remember, great line, increase risk when working. Look for that trade to work for you, and then go for it, John. You got it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you did the AMD trade and you kept adding back.
Right.
You take that first profit, you catch that first fade, and then you say, "This is it. Let's go for it."
Yeah, I mean, I think the way I trade, I usually take profits pretty quick, and so I think that I actually have to take bigger sizing the first time I jump into it, because if not, a lot of times what'll happen if I do that is like I'll jump in with small size, and then I'll take profits, and then I'll add larger sizing back, and then it'll squeeze up against me, and so it's like, I just for my style of trading, I think I'm going to prefer to just jump in with bigger sizing, but everybody's different. Everybody has a different preference. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. At least that's my logic with it. But we'll see who's right. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just trying to limit the downside risk, I think.
Oh no, for
And
sure. I
when
completely understand
when you
that
do
too.
that, it's up to you if you want to limit the downside risk.
Yeah, I mean, we got 4 days left, and that's some time. Let me see what the leaderboards are at. Actually, I think that's a good way to check too. Let's see what the leaderboards are at.
Yeah, they update, I think, at 11. 11's the first update.
Okay.
Yeah, so we still need about 15 minutes. But you can check.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
know yesterday the first update I think was 11. That's when most traders end. Two
Nah,
hours
they
into.
updated it.
They
So
updated it.
yeah, Nick G is number 3. Chevette Kevin,
What's the amount?
18,000.
Okay.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're still repping 4 spots.
Well,
Hey, we're repping the
maybe
board hard though, man. We got a lot of people on the board, so
I was patient, but maybe should have been patient, even even more patient.
yeah.
As I see MIK still pushing here, guys.
We're still number 2, or we're still number 1 on the team though.
All right, now we're pushing into unrealized over 400. As we get over 400, I'm gonna take 1,000 shares off. Gotta take some profit, man. Maybe I'm getting impatient, but let's see
Any
what the
thoughts
next level is.
Any thoughts on PCG? PCG ripped up nicely there. I don't really. It's a little bit far away from the VWAP for me to really want to trade this one. And so it's just a little bit high away from the VWAP for me to really be super interested in it. Gonna look for MU to bounce back up there, and maybe Roku here. But
All
again,
right,
I think the
guys.
market's gonna start to slow down a little bit here.
Sold a little bit of shares there. That EMPH is really the only thing that's hurting me today. Other than that, we would be looking really, really nice, but that's how it goes. One of the trades isn't going to go always your way. I took the right risk to reward, didn't get it. That's how it goes. Just got to focus in, try to find another trade so that we can make a nice leap today.
Yeah, LXRX is kind of slowly trending up, but it's still pretty choppy even with the upward trend it's been in. It's just not my style, man. Everybody's a little bit different. Yeah, it's just not my style.
All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here to the 9. One that I'm watching also that's starting to squeeze a tiny bit is LCI.
Yeah, PCG's ripping up there, guys. So PCG breaking highs are let. Let us know about that. Looks good. LCI is just chopped too. Unless it breaks highs. It's just too choppy for me.
Yeah, it's a slower moving stock. 5-minute will show a little bit better. If it can get above 14, I think this one can really get a lift. So I'll wait for a 14 breakout.
Yeah, if you look at AMD and the SPY, they're basically following each other. And so I think that's what I got caught in with AMD on that other trade, is that the SPY is just kind of sideways again, man. It's just unfortunate. I wish we had a really solid trend in the market on days like today, but you got to take what we get, I guess. I'm still alive. That's the big thing here.
What are we up on the day? Sitting up 250. Got about 136 in unrealized. So right now sitting about 386 for the day.
There goes Roku, big dive down there. Spy pulling back down here too.
OSTK coming back.
Is it? Ooh,
Yep.
I kind of like that
But-
one. I might take that one.
Yeah, that's all you, John. You got that. I can't handle that stock.
I mean, if I use a risk of 50, like my risk is about 40 cents, 30 cents. Like it's not too
The
bad.
trade's there. The trade's there. I just don't like it personally. It's a personal decision.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
She's done me wrong.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Scorned
once you
lover
get
over
done
there.
wrong, yeah, once you get done wrong, you're just like, I don't know about you.
How can we see the
Got it.
leaderboards? Yeah, here. I'll post it.
All right, guys, let's see what we get around here. Feeling like we're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown, but let me look around to really be sure here.
AMD cracking below the VWAP here. All right, I'm taking my swing. Here's 1,000 shares of OSTK.
You know what? I think what's really affecting us is just overall sideways on the SPY.
Oh, 100%, man. The market's just choppy. That's why I made that video yesterday, and it showed me going back and forth in the hoverboard, and I was like, this is the SPY. That's exactly what the SPY is, man. It's just back and forth, back and forth. And so it's just not, it's not favorable for me, man. It's just not favorable.
This Fed meeting has a grasp of it.
Yeah.
No, they're not trying to let it go right now.
There goes AMD underneath the VWAP, too.
Okay. A great explanation is look at the amount of volume we have on the daily chart for the SPY.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. Nothing there, guys.
It's just dull, man. It's slow.
You know what
boring
that
day.
shows you? Institutional traders are not trading right now.
I think it's also, I think the weather in the Gulf too. Like we have that tropical storm, and so I think that's slowing everything down to a certain extent as well.
Yeah. The big volume usually is going to be from our institutional traders. I think they're hanging out, waiting towards this Fed meeting, or they think the Fed meeting's already priced in on the high. That's what a lot of people think. I'm not sure. Can't really tell you if it's priced in or not. But a lot of times, if the stock market expects something, it already prices it in.
Yep.
And that could have been the rebound that we have already. And the Fed meeting still giving us interest rate cuts. That's what could have pushed this stock all the way up there to 300. And now we're sitting at highs, essentially. So we need either really good news to push us through and get us at 305, or we might get the bad news and get a real move back down to 293s.
Squeeze up an OSTK. Maybe you were right, man.
I just don't trust that baby. She goes up
Yeah.
and down $1 or $2. It's kind of hard to read sometimes.
I've noticed with both of these competitions, there's a few things that really kind of get me with these competitions, right? One of the main things is the need to trade, right? The need to trade gets me every time because it's like if I wasn't trading in this competition, it's like I had like 2 or 3 green trades at the beginning, made like $150. I'd walk away and be like, all right, I'm good. You know, but the need to trade, the say I have to trade is what gets me. And it's like, I know I don't have to trade, but that's kind of what catches me in these competitions, unfortunately.
Definitely.
Is
would
the
definitely have to agree
pressure
with that.
to trade. So it's a little bit different than a live account. It really is. It's just, it's not the same.
Would agree with that
Unfortunately.
100%. I mean, hey, I got into 2 trades at one point, was up about $400. Normally, I'm calling it quits.
Right. I'm done, man. You know?
But in this trade, just got to hang around.
Yeah, I'm glad I just didn't get faked out of OSTK right there. That thing squeezed up to 30 and then fell right back down. And now it's right back up. So, I don't know what this thing's doing. Maybe you're right.
It's the same
It's
way I
dead
feel.
to me.
She's just hard.
Yeah,
I
man.
think if you read her on a 5-minute, it's not that bad. You look at it on the 5-minute right here, it doesn't look that bad. You can risk off the 650, but you need to risk 25 cents for a potential 75-cent move. 3 to 1 is what we look for, guys. At the end of the
Right.
day, that's what we want to do. I mean, at least look back on your trades and be like, I didn't take too many 1-to-1 trades with 10,000 shares.
Right.
I will be happy at least. I'm just talking about my own experience here. I know I'll be
All right.
happy if I can look back at this competition and just be happy that I executed strategies with huge sizing.
All right, we got OSTK starting to squeeze up here. I'm very close to my risk level now. I'm going to give it a chance, but I got to be... All right, yeah, I'm just going to get out of that thing. I just squeezed up a little bit too much here. And I think the market's definitely not super favorable for fades and bounces that well. And I think that I'm just getting stuck in it. I think a lot of fake out fades or a lot of faked out VWAP fades are going on in the market. Yeah, it's dead to me.
She's a dead.
Yeah, man. So it's a patient
right.
game is what it is.
All right, guys, getting the pullback in MIK here. Looking for a pullback closer toward 9 so that I can go ahead and add big sizing. Look for that breakout again. There was heavy resistance at 916. That's where it broke down last time. I'm going to look for it to break out of that resistance as it pulls back, gets back up there.
I was really thinking about taking my swing with OSTK there too, but I was like, OSTK, maybe not. And so I guess I'm just glad I didn't take a huge swing on that one. Could have been worse. Maybe I'm just trying to be optimistic.
It's okay. You saw the risk to reward. That can get anybody. I'm sure many traders actually made that mistake probably yesterday.
Right.
Saw a big range and we're like, oh, it's okay. You know, just gotta just hold to your risk. You did the right thing. Let's keep trading. The one thing is we got a lot of money, so
yeah, that's why this is less than 10%, well below 10%, and that's what I'm saying. That's why you see me kind of trading, not crazy, but I think impatience with the overall market is getting to me to a certain extent because it's very difficult to trade these choppy markets, and especially when I'm streaming, it's like I just get bored here, and it's just kind of like I let the stream go a little bit longer than I should probably, and I just get dull and bored, and end up
great explanation of yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the same thing.
Dull, man.
I ended up taking a trade at the end just because I was like, man, I've been sitting here for 2-3 hours without taking a trade. I want to take a trade, and that's more the competition talk, you
Right.
know. I'm sure if it was our real account, we would be.
Oh, I'd be done, man. The stream would be closed,
Yeah.
Like I said,
same way with me.
Yeah. Like I made like $150 this morning. If this was my real account, I would have said, all right, I made $150. I'm out. I'm out of here. But competition's different. First of all, I'm trying to compete with $18,000 in gains, and that's just really difficult to compete with overall. It's going to be very difficult to compete and try to bring this up. And so, I could take some bigger swings. The $3,500 max loss makes calculating risk reward crucial in these.
I think what really helped me in MIK is once I felt the pressure. I felt the pressure, guys, to close. I changed to a 5-minute, told myself where my key price points were, and just stuck with it.
Yep.
If we teach this, guys, consistently, stick to your plan. You're going to feel a lot better when you stick to your plan, even if it goes against you, because at least you're sticking to the right risk and reward. And that's what we can do as traders. We're never guaranteed any one trade.
Nope.
The only thing you can do is set yourself up.
Favorable levels.
It's just a game of probability. Sometimes it falls, sometimes it doesn't.
But yeah, this is what we're getting stuck in, guys, is another sideways day. Like what we really want to see here is we want to see the market do something like this. Let's find it. Like at least this, maybe even. Like when it picks a direction like this, right? Market's been choppy for the last 3 days, which is unfortunate. But we want to see something like this. obvious uptrend, you know. Even this downtrend, you know. Even this where it maintains an upward trend for half the day and then a downward trend, even that would be fine. But this whole up sideways action is just dull, boring. Not how I wanted the competition to go either. It's unfortunate, but yeah, man. I mean, it's completely different. Penny stocks, I mean, they've been moving solid. You know what I mean? Like penny stocks have actually been moving legitimately well, I think. Let's see, catching up on the chat.
All right, guys. Now they're down to 9 on MIK. Looking for this to dip below 9 for a second here, and I can add my big share size. Take my swing. Liking EMPH, but I don't know if I'm going to be willing to risk another $200 on that trade. It wouldn't be 200 here if I took 1,000, but it doesn't look the worst because the risk is right there off of 2540s. But a little hesitant as I'm trying to pay attention to MIK at the same time.
Yeah, I'm in AMD for a rejection move, but we'll see if we actually get it or not. It doesn't look terrible. I just want to see it crack down to the lows. I'll probably end up holding this one for a little bit. Hopefully, at least, I can have the patience to hold it for a little bit. I'm still watching the FedEx as well. That one doesn't look terrible either. But I'll try to be a little bit more patient with this AMD one. I need to work my way up to take like 4,000 or 5,000 shares, though I still haven't done that once. And I think that, considering the market, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a bad move. But I also don't think I've seen that many like A+ setups here. And most of the fades that I've been getting into have been getting faked out. And so it's one of those days where, you know.
I know what I forgot to do. Forgot to hit the recorder.
Here, well, this will be recorded.
Yeah.
You know, you've been up a large majority of the time anyway, so.
All right, guys. Boom. It's in. The big boy trade is in, guys. Got to hold here to the 890s. If it comes down and breaks 890s, I'll get out. Let's see what we get here. Let's see if we can get a bounce.
All right, I got you up.
Big boy size, 6,000 shares.
You know what? I'll take some big boy size with you. I'll get in with 3,000 shares of AMD.
Dun, 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 dun.
3 and 6,000 shares. This is Mitch and I's biggest swing so far in this competition.
Without a doubt.
Come on, Spy. Let's tank here. Oh, wait. You're long. You're an MIK, though. I mean, that's...
No, I'll have fun with it, bro.
MIK doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's not personal.
Right.
I'll laugh at it.
I'm just waiting. Let's get hit. Let's tank Spy.
I
A
know.
lot of the stuff, like, I was in Netflix short. It squeezed me up, came right back down. Right? And so I think that's what we're getting today somewhat, you know. I'm still well below my daily max loss and, like, less than 10% down in the overall account. And so... Like, I'm just kind of having fun with the competition right now. Really, it's not even about you and me. It's about all of our team members, and they're killing it in the competition. So,
Yep. That's what we want to see, guys. You know, at the end of the day, we're trading live here in the competition, and we're doing that so you guys can learn from it.
yep.
I know if John and I really wanted to win this competition, we probably wouldn't even stream it. We'd focus on our trading,
Yep.
and we'd probably do, I think, a little bit better. There's always a little bit better.
Oh,
when you're
100%.
off.
You'll see me sit there and, like, I'll be like, I'll say the stream's done, and then I'll keep trading. And the reason it, like, a lot of times when you lose, the chat gets toxic, right? Like, you could win for 10 days in a row. And like the one day you start to, and then if you say you win for 10 days in a row and then you lose for 3 days in a row, right? The whole chat's going to start telling you, why you need to fix your trading and about why you're a terrible trader. And it's like they completely ignore the fact that you've been on like a 10-day green streak before that. And like that's YouTube in a nutshell. And so because of that, of course, I like to trade without everybody watching me, because if not, I mean, like I say, because sometimes the chat will just get toxic. I'm not saying anybody specifically, so don't get offended, chat. I love you guys, Love you guys, but no, I'm saying.
I hear you.
All right, I'm looking at MU though, man. I have been waiting for MU to fade off the VWAP at least once, and so we're gonna look at MU. SPY's
Looking like
running down
on EMPH at least, so maybe should have taken that one, but too focused in MIK. So
hey, I mean I'm down like 900, so I think you're all right.
yeah, I'm not really stressing. At the end of the day, guys, I'm pushing the levels today, and when you push the levels, you're gonna either see great results or you got the opposite.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I was trying to explain to somebody today, like, the way we trade this competition is completely different from a live account. It would be the equivalent of somebody telling me I have to create a website in 1 hour, right? And then when I send them an ugly website, and then they complain about it and say, you're just bad at making websites. And it's like, not necessarily. If you would have given me the time I needed to make the website, it would have been a good website. But because I had to finish in 1 hour, obviously my results are going to be much different. And, like, that's, like, a good comparison with what we're doing here, And it is what it is. Sometimes market's just not going to be good for us either.
Definitely feeling the pressure, guys. But if I take a big hit, I take a swing.
ATVI, Activision.
Can't get a hit, can't hit a home run unless you swing.
Yep. Yeah, Activision's up there. It is right up there.
All right, we want to see it hold here.
Netflix breaking lows.
Hold here and turn around. That's what we want to see here.
With AMD here, I might as well be training the SPY because it's following the SPY almost to a T this morning.
Yep. There goes the absorption. Let's see if we get flushed through or we get an absorption and bounce back here.
Roku, that fade was beautiful. Ugh, that one hurts. Roku probably had the best fade of the day. I'm going to let you finish, Mitch, but Roku had the best fade of the whole year. Nobody gets my joke, man.
All right, guys, might get stopped out right here. See any shares fill?
Yeah, MU might be long up here. I'm looking to short it once it gets up to the VWAP, but that's still a solid, 20-30% of its range that it needs to move back up.
Seeing it absorb here, so that's why I'm trying to wait for a second here. If I take a little bit bigger hit, it's fine. I'm not even risking 10 cents right now, so got to think about it relative to cent per trade. Can't really stare at the unrealized or realized.
BYND. I mean, there goes the SPY dropping. That should be good for me, at least. For Mitch, I don't think it's going to influence his much, but for me, it should be good.
There you go. At least a little recovery and some size coming in. Don't feel so negative now. Now kind of just got to hold here. Hold to my limit.
Down to 57s. Still not enough to take profits, though. It's just not enough relative to the share sizing I'm using. I'm looking for 54s, 53s before I take that first profit. Gonna get a bounce here. Yep, there's the bounce.
And there she goes, cracking through, guys. Probably going to stop out right here. If the shares are filling, I'll probably step out. Nah, they filled up. Still holding for right now.
SPY bouncing. Hey, nice, Lauren.
All right here, guys. This is a stop out. Ooh, look at that EMPH.
ENPH is dead to me. You know.
I should have got back into her, but
Nah. See, that's a faked out VWAP fade. Like that one would have risked us out 100%. It would have risked me out at least. That thing would have risked me out 100%.
there goes the gains.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes, man.
You're still doing better than me. Yeah.
It's all relative.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all a competition, brother. You know. Sometimes we'll do well. Sometimes we won't.
Yeah, I
Market's
might have
not
gotten stopped
great.
out by a cent or two, but that is what it is.
All right, I'm in with 4,500 shares of AMD, biggest position of my day. My max loss for this one is going to be $1,500 in losses today, which is half of my daily max loss, or a little bit under half of my daily max loss. And yeah, hopefully we get this to work here. There's 57s.
Yeah. Overstayed my welcome.
Yep, that is part of it, brother.
Should have gone out of here and nailed and bailed like I thought I should have. Yeah, I didn't listen to myself today. I said nail and bail. I'm still here and it's 11:13.
It's the stream, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not blaming it on the stream. Don't get me wrong, but the stream, man, it makes you. It happens to me with these competitions too. It's like I want to keep the stream going, and so that kind of encourages me to trade a little bit more actively than I typically trade, and that's part of it, man. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's not about us, you know. It's about the team anyway. So.
Yeah, getting to that point where you guys are just gonna see me swing.
Nah, don't let you're down 7. You're down less than 10%, bro. You know.
Yeah. There's just nothing moving anymore. I might have to come back later.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of support at 30.55 on AMD, which I'm in with 4,500 shares. Luckily, I built up a solid cushion in unrealized gains on this one so far, which is why I kind of scaled into the bigger sizing. And so we'll see if we get a flush down here. I'm going to try to hold it, but if we get a breakdown of the half dollar of 30.50, I'll be happy for it, but we'll see. I think it depends on what the market does. AMD's been following the SPY almost all day today. So we'll see what we get. What's up, chat? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I'm having fun with it. It is what it is. Like it's not about me. If I won, I was gonna give it away to somebody anyway. But a very small percentage of traders are gonna be able to win and place in this competition. So really, it's just about fun. It's just about having fun, learning, having a little bit of pressure, and yeah, I mean, I'm okay. You know. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, basically, we need to scalp a little bit more for sure.
Nah, not the way I like to trade.
Yeah, I mean, you took your one swing, brother. I mean, you took a big swing, and that one just didn't work out. You know, you traded solid most of the day, I think.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a scalper.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me half the time. I mean, you can get a couple cents, but that's just not the way I like to trade. Might take the one that's dead to me, man.
ENPH?
No, OSTK.
Oh. Because ENPH, honestly, if ENPH pulls back to 15, it doesn't look terrible, you know?
Oh, this one's a headache stock, though. I can't do it on OSTK. That daily chart just kills me. This is why I have a daily chart. To stop me from doing trades like this.
SPY bouncing. That's probably going to drag AMD up here. And this is the SPY we get today, man. This is the market we got today.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think I'm just going to call it quits and wait for tomorrow.
That's the right move. Like, listen, man, we're still less than 10% down in this account. We've traded so small that it's roughly break even. So, like, tomorrow, I'll probably take some more swings, some bigger swings. Because right now, I mean, I'm in AMD.
This market is just nothing.
It's just sideways.
No continuation move at all.
Yeah, it's just sideways. Unfortunate. Let's see if we get the break on AMD.
I don't have any one stock that's just been going in one direction the whole day.
We got a quadruple top, or actually 5 here. Break the range. Yeah, and I could take half off here, but no, I'm just going to let it go. MU was solid most of the day. Unfortunately, it just never pulled back to the VWAP for my entry. This is the competition, Mike. And so, yeah, if anybody wants to actually check out the same platform that we use, I'll post that link here as well. You get 14K in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few days. And I think that bundle makes tons of sense. It's one of the ways new traders can get started for cheap. Actually be able to short stocks. If you use small size, it's pretty cheap commissions overall. And it comes with a demo account, access to their chat room, and the funded account program. And the way it works is it's like a prop firm. So there's a 70-30 split. You keep 70% of your profit and they keep 30% only of your profits. And there's a $700 max loss. And so, but if you really think about it, you know, there's a $700 max loss, but you're only paying $350 for this account. So you're getting twice as much. And I think it just makes sense. I think it makes sense for new traders. It makes sense. I think most of the time new traders are going to lose their first account anyway. And instead of depositing thousands into a regular platform, why not just try to use it this way? You're only going to be risking what you pay for the package, which is a huge discount through my link at $350 anyway. And so there's the link if you want to check that out in the chat. like I said, don't judge us by our trading today. We're just in the competition having fun with these accounts. The real goal is for our team, and I think our team's actually winning the competition. So nice work, team. Chop City. I'm short in AMD. But I think impatience was the name of the game today for me. Just impatience. Just traded too much, you know. But again, I think I'll probably start trading again after the Fed meeting. It's at 2 p.m., right? 2 p.m. market time, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, that's at noon my time. So we got about an hour and 40 minutes. Maybe should have covered this one at the low of the range, but it was just an insignificant gain for the most part down there. SPY. Like, this is what we're getting today, guys. You want to see why the market's like this? This is why. Sideways market. Just up and down. Boring. What is trade-off? What's trade-off? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Trade-off? No idea what you're talking about, man. I don't know what trade-off is, bro. I've said TradeNet. So TradeNet. We're in the World Series of day trading right now. That's the competition we're in. So we're just, you know, having some fun in the free trading competition. Well, there's the market pulling back down some. That should be good for me. I might leave this one and just let this one work.
All right, guys, gonna take a long here on XOM. Taking a long trade, bro.
Uh-oh.
XOM.
Alright, well, I'm going to let AMD sit here, and we'll see what we get.
All right. All right, guys, in 3,000 shares on XOM. Risk is 67.
Roku's a little bit down too much at the bottom of the range for me to want to take it short now. It's just not my style, not my strategy. It's pulled pretty far away from the VWAP on the downside, so it's just kind of, you know, a little bit too risk reward wouldn't be great for me, at least. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button as well. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning. Shout out to Joel. We got a lot of new subs today. Appreciate the subs, Joe, Ben, Walter, Truck Camping. Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. We do this live every single weekday for free on YouTube. So if you want to watch this day trade live, regardless of whether we win or lose, hit the subscribe button. I don't know where it's at. Maybe it's over there. Hit the subscribe button, and we definitely appreciate any support we can get, guys. Click that subscribe button. If you click the bell, you get a notification every time we go live, and we go live every single weekday. And so if you appreciate that transparency, if you want to watch this day trade live, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we're in the World Series of day trading right now, so we're trading probably way too actively, and we're just kind of having fun with these trades. But typically we trade a live account, and we do it pretty successfully, I think. And so hit the subscribe button. Come check us out, guys.
Dull day for sure.
Yep.
Overstayed that welcome.
Hey, appreciate it, Simon. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate the sub. Yam, welcome to the team, guys. Appreciate it. Go check out Trade Ideas as well. Super customizable dynamic scanners, best scanners in the game, in my opinion. And so go check them out. I'll post that link here if you want to see the Trade Idea scanners. Those are the scanners that we're using today, and like I said, just best scanners in the game, in my opinion. And so super customizable. If you have any questions, if you use promo code BT15, you get 15% off. And so there's the link for that if you want to check that out. Getting a little bit of a breakdown here for AMD. See if we get the flush down here. Then the 55s, 54s. I'm going to go ahead and take... I took 200 shares off, not 2,000. All right, I took 2,000 shares off. I'm still holding 2,300, but about a $200-something gain so far. We'll see if we get that full breakdown here. I'm still holding 2,300.
Yep.
About a break-even day for me again here today, guys. It's insignificant. Yeah, the first place prize is crazy, man, for sure. Hey, appreciate the sub, Sabine. Welcome to the team, brother. Appreciate the sub, man. Thanks, bro. But yeah, if y'all want to use the same platform that we use as well, you can check them out. Super customizable platform as well. Like the Tefs platform is legit. That's what you see Mitch using right here is the Tefs platform. And I think it's one of the cheaper ways new traders can get started. No PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Pretty cheap commissions if you trade small. Also, legit platform. You can actually short stocks, and no PDT rule. Operates like a prop firm, so there is like a 70-30 split. And there's a few other things that you want to understand, but it's one of the ways that new traders can get started, get a trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account for a few weeks, and get the funded account. And there's a 70-30 split and a $700 max loss, but I think it makes sense. There's the link if you want to check that out. AMD trades looking a little bit better. Great way to help support the channel as well, guys. It's one of the ways we keep the stream free. So you want to help support us, go check them out. Probably going to close it down pretty soon here. Nice little, $300-400 gain so far in this trade, but going to give it a little bit more time. See if we get the break under that $0.50 for AMD. I'm going to be patient with it, but that's what I'm looking for. Might set a stop loss here for break even now. Might set a stop loss for this 3060 level. Alright, I got a stop set, not a range. I want to stop. There we go. Alright. Alright, I got a stop loss set in this one.
I think I'm about to do the same.
I'm just gonna walk away. It'll help me hold it a little bit longer.
Go walk my dog.
Yeah. Alright, team. One of the team members gets the grand prize, not me. I don't think I win anything, actually. I'll have to look, but I don't think I win anything. I might. I don't know. We go live every weekday at 8:15 market time is when we go live every weekday. So yeah, we go live every weekday. If you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get an alert when we actually go live. But it's every weekday. We go live every weekday. Last time we missed a day was like over a year ago, I think. So. But yeah, I'm probably going to close it down, team. But yeah, guys, remember to hit the subscribe button. That's probably it for us today. I'm relatively break-even day. I'm down $488, so insignificant amount of money. Got to take some larger swings tomorrow, for sure. Like, that's the goal, is just to take some larger swings tomorrow. Mike, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate the sub. But yeah, I got to take some bigger swings tomorrow. Hopefully I can have the guts to do that. I'm just not used to it. You guys know me. I'm kind of wimpy when it comes to larger sizing. So I still got to get used to it. But I kept it at a very reasonable day. Losing day, but a very reasonable one at that. Down $488. I'm still in this AMD position, and it's going fairly well. We'll see if we get the bigger breakdown, but if not, less than 10% down so far. TEFS, TEFS is the name of the platform. Here, I'll post the link. Or here, scroll up. The link's up there. But yeah, it's TEFS, TEFS is the name. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Join our Discord if you want to keep track of us after the stream ends. I'll post this link. You can join our Discord and kind of hang out with us after the stream's over. Yeah, here. You can hang out with us once the stream is done. We got a solid group of people in our Discord. It's completely free. And so there's the link for that. If you guys want to see me here, currently up 247. Well, I'm giving us some time to see if we get that full breakdown really quick right here on AMD. Got a nice little breakdown here. Gonna give it 1 second to see if that $0.50 holds its resistance now, and if it does, then I might hold on to it a little bit longer. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking to see if this area here holds its resistance or not. Alright, so it's testing that $0.50. Let's see if it gets rejected there. Wall built up.
All right, gonna go walk my dog.
All right, brother.
Later, guys.
Later,
You guys
bro.
take it easy.
All right. Yeah, I got out of half of the position there. Still holding 1,300 shares. But yeah, we were looking for that area to hold. I mean, that was the kind of the most likely bounce level. All right, I got out the rest there. So just so you guys can see it, I might trade it again if it bounces up a little bit more. But that's what I did with AMD. So yeah, almost exactly the same as yesterday. The biggest thing I need to do is I just need to take some larger swings here, guys. I need to take some larger swings. And when I say larger swings, what I mean is like I need to really honestly, for a stock like AMD, I should probably be taking like 1,000 shares. Or not 1,000. Ignore that. I should probably be taking 10,000 shares of a stock like AMD to have a reasonable chance. Now, I know I'm still in. I'm down less than 10% in my account, but this is just such a small amount relative to, you know, what the leaderboards look like that I just have to work up the guts to take some larger sizing. I mean, I think I play it pretty safe most of the time, but I think I'm playing it a little bit too safe in this competition. So I think I got to take some larger swings tomorrow. I think I might have to give myself a minimum share size tomorrow, and I think it's going to be 5,000 shares is the minimum share size I can take tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. That's my plan at least. Oh, my bad. Here. Oh, my bad. Here. I didn't mean to send that one. Hold on. There you go. Right. I mean, Robert, listen, man. Like, I can be upset. People might look at this and say, "Oh, well, you know, John lost $500 today," but this is such an insignificant amount here. Like, it's insignificant. It's less than 10%. Like, my overall losses in this competition are less than 10% of the total max loss. You know. It's like less than it's like 30% of the overall like daily max loss. And so it's just I got to work up my guts to take some bigger swings. But again, like the way my mind works is like I'm used to taking small size. I don't like to take large size. There's no need for me to take this many shares on average when I trade with my live account. I just never trade this big. And so, you know, to me, 2,000 shares and 4,000 shares is monstrous. But even in this competition, it's still not even close to being big enough to actually have a shot at winning. So it is what it is. Down less than 500 in gross profits. Right. And so it is what it is. Like I still got lots of time, but I gotta give myself, like I said, I think tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna use 10,000 share minimum. Or no, not 10,000. Ignore that. 5,000 share minimum. I think I'm gonna at least use 5,000 shares tomorrow. That's the goal. I gotta at least take some type of swings here, because nickel and diming with these $500 losses is insignificant. You know, and like the issue this morning again, like if I would have taken 5 to 10,000 shares with my first 2 or 3 trades, I would be up well into the profit. But what I'm doing is, and this is an important lesson, what I'm doing is I'm taking small size on the first few trades that I get into that are the most successful. And then after that, I'm like, oh, well, you know, a $200 or $300 win is insignificant. I need to scale up in size. And then I force trades with larger sizing. That's the issue here. And so, yeah, right. With 10,000 shares, a 10-cent loss is $1,000. Exactly. And so with 10,000 shares, the way I specifically trade, at least with 10,000 shares, I can trade 2 or 3 times and still be below my max daily loss of 3,500. That's the goal. It just depends on. It depends. It obviously depends on the range. If it has a big range, I'm going to take 5,000 shares. But a 5,000 share minimum is what I really need to do here. Right. Exactly. And so good luck, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll see you all a little bit later. I hope our team is killing it. I'm pretty sure our team's still winning. Yep. All right, and here is the competition. We are number 1. Nicholas G still number 3. We're repping the top leaderboards pretty hard, though. We got 4 out of the top 10 are on our team, guys. So congrats. Nice work, team. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep moving forward. We got this. Better team. Yeah, go check out Trade Ideas. The link's in the chat as well. So go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. And so go check them out. Man, I look kind of weird here with all this, with the green screen. Y'all want to see what it actually looks like over here? That's my green screen. But yeah, good luck, guys. I'll see you all a little bit later.